Tem um pré-show! Um pré-show! Eu tô muito animado, gente. É que eu tenho que é que eu adiantei tudo que eu ia fazer na vida pra fazer isso, entendeu? Eu não tava esperando que ia ter um pré-show. Ok, vou chegar aqui e mandar pra vocês um pré-show. @everyone. Live especial agora, só que melhor. Começou.
Hey, what's going on?
Começou.
My name's Anthony, or Big B
Pré-show.
and welcome to Minecraft Live. I'm going to take this time and explain a little bit about myself and my relationship and history with Minecraft. It all started back in 2012. I didn't have a PC to where I could run Minecraft, so I waited for it to come out on Xbox. I got it and I just fell in love with it. I went to events, I met a lot of people, and I get a chance to do this right now, all because of Minecraft. That's allowed me to have this opportunity. I was also a part of the Minecraft live show.
Ele tá se apresentando e falando sobre como ele não tinha Minecraft, ele tem um Xbox, jogou no Xbox primeiro. Ele participou de uma última.
And this is just going to be phenomenal. Now this year is the community pre-show. So you're going to hear a little bit about what's coming today.
A gente vai ouvir um pouco sobre o que eles vão falar depois. Tá bom, vai ser bom pra mim, eu acho. Pré-show começou. Tá.
Now if you do speak another language besides English, don't worry, we're working with community rebroadcasters who speak other languages that are helping localize the broadcast. So head over to Minecraft.
Eu entendi. Eu vou ser o
to view the list of rebroadcasters.
Calma aí, vou fazer assim.
Now there's a very special person I want to introduce
em português.
And this is a person that you can just feel their energy through the screen. You know, if you ever just look at someone, it's like, wow, this person has so much energy. They have made my day feel better. And this person is going to be Shovel. So here she is.
Thanks, Big B. Hello, I'm Shovel, and welcome to my
Hola.
house. I hope you're all staying safe and healthy. You might recognize me from last year's event, or you might not. I was blonde back then. I'm a long-time Minecrafter, YouTuber, and lover of all things.
Eu também sou YouTuber.
Run wild. I'm also a known cat lover, and I would love to show you one of mine, but every cat owner knows you cannot tell them what to do. Anyway, we're gonna start with the pre-show, where we're gonna look at the last year in Minecraft. I've had my own exciting year in Minecraft. I was crowned a Minecraft champion. Twice! And then later we're gonna join some of the members of the community and some members of the Mojang team to see what's coming next. I'm most excited about the mob vote, but I heard there's something big being revealed right at the beginning. So don't go anywhere.
Eles vão falar o próximo update, eles já falaram
so grab a
isso.
snack
Ok.
and some water,
Ok.
and let's get into it. Was that good?
Eu disse pegando água.
Did I do good? Should I have worn the crown? I tend to demand more respect when I'm wearing the crown.
Hello everyone, I'm Mariel, also known as Marielitai. You may know me from a couple of Minecraft series that I participated in, like Harmony Hollow, Mariel Craft, and Gamecraft.
Não conheço ninguém aí, fala a verdade, não conheço nenhuma dessas pessoas. Mas são as pessoas que não vazariam, né? As menos famosas.
Randomly, for no reason whatsoever, it just happens completely out of my control, completely out of my hands. I've had so many bugs and glitches happen to me that it's become this running joke on my channel, and it's hilarious.
Ele tá no pré-show ainda, gente.
This year has actually been a pretty exciting year. I was able
Eu não conheço ela, não tô falando nada de interessante, tô falando sobre ela.
And I also made a ton of new friends playing Minecraft Dungeons. That was pretty cool and awesome.
Ela jogou Minecraft
So
Dungeons
today,
e fez
I'm here
amigos.
at the Minecraft Live community pre-show to talk
Olha assim, é
to you
clickbait,
about
tô falando
something
que eu tô em
very
português.
exciting, the mob
Eu tô
voting
em português.
process. Turns out that Minecraft is bringing 3 new mobs for all of us to check out and get to know.
É, mas eu vou
We have
colocar só um no
the
jogo.
From Minecraft Earth, the Iceologer from Minecraft Dungeons, and last but certainly not least, the Glow Squid, a mysterious new mob that's also from Minecraft Earth. But you may be wondering which one's going to be added to the game. Well,
O que eu vou votar,
that's
ué?
up to you,
O que eu votar? Eu?
to decide.
Eu vou
Because
votar
throughout
sozinho.
the show, all of you are going to be able to vote
Ela tá
for your
perguntando,
favorite
ela tá
mob
falando que
from
são seis novos mods que podem ser adicionados
as
sem
long as you're
fizer a
signed in.
votação dizer sim.
There's also going to be multiple voting rounds, so make
Twitter.
sure you keep an eye on the vote because things can change very
Twitter, calma
quickly,
aí.
and we need to make sure that the best mob wins. And that one, in my opinion, is the Glow Squid, because that's the one that I'm rooting for, and that's the one that I'm going to be voting for. Anywho, that's going to be it for me, but be sure to stick around to find out more about these brand new
Não, 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 site errado, site errado.
Thanks, Marielle. Well, I just want to say I actually want all the mobs, if that's even possible. Can we make that happen? Now, one of my favorite things this year to come to Minecraft is the 1.16 Nether update. There wasn't much to do in the Nether, in my personal opinion, and this update, I think everyone enjoyed it, me personally. I was already a little bit afraid of the Nether, but now I'm even more scared, but in a good way. It makes me want to go there, makes me want to do things, and there's so much that you can do in the Nether, and the fact that this is the same game, they make the updates so great that it feels like a whole new game. You get that whole new experience all over again. But that's just my story. But here are some more stories from a few creators and friends around the world.
Hello everyone, my name is Gemini J. I am a Minecraft builder and content creator on both YouTube and Twitch. I love using Minecraft as a platform to create art, and this year I have had a particularly amazing time doing so. I was invited to the early access beta for Minecraft with RTX on Windows 10 edition, and oh my gosh, it was incredible. Minecraft with RTX adds so many new amazing properties to the game. The new reflections and light emissivity is incredible. Being able to use light as a building block in the game is something I've looked forward to for such a long time. And it's finally here. Definitely have had such an amazing time.
É o pré-show, não tem nada de muito interessante ainda no pré-show. Eles só estão recapitulando o que aconteceu no último ano pro Minecraft. Teve essa versão com Ray Tracing, que é tudo...
Minecraft há mais de 8 anos e hoje
é o Forever!
Vou falar pra vocês as duas coisas que eu mais gostei do update do Nether. Então beleza, estou aqui no mundo onde o modo sobrevivência
é o Forever.
Não uso criativo pra nada. E como uma pessoa que joga muito Minecraft mesmo, uma das coisas que eu mais gostei do update do Nether foram os blocos novos. Então se você der uma olhada aqui, eu fiz um portal.
Esse é um cara que tá jogando Minecraft, na verdade.
Novos blocos. E cara, é sério, eu fiquei apaixonado nas possibilidades que a 1.16 trouxe pra gente no termo de criação, cara. Esse fogo azul e essa Blackstone são muito lindos e dá pra você fazer ambientes totalmente diferentes de antes. E passando pra nossa segunda coisa, nós chegamos nos novos biomes. E isso eu acho que foi uma coisa que a Mojang focou muito em tentar deixar o jogo mais vivo. E cara, pra quem joga Minecraft há muitos anos, é muito divertido olhar o Nether que a gente já conhece de uma forma tão diferente assim.
O Forever fez isso?
Hey everyone, I'm Mac and Cheese Please, a Minecraft YouTube content creator and Twitch streamer. My favorite memory from Minecraft this year has got to be when we defeated the Ender Dragon for the very first time. I have never seen this fight before and had no idea what to expect. We spent hours and hours preparing and defeated the Ender Dragon our first try in about 15 minutes.
Levaram 15 minutos para matar o Ender Dragon pela primeira vez, é a primeira vez que eles viram.
I cannot wait to see what Minecraft has in store for us this year.
Ok, calma.
E aí?
Oi, a gente tava vendo o pré-show aqui.
Ô, da hora.
Ah, eles estão passando...
Você viu a edit que eu fiz? Você viu a edit que eu fiz?
Eu adorei. Eu fiquei meio confuso, me assustou um pouco, mas adorei. Ok, eles estão passando só o trailer do último update, legal. Só que eu não tô tentando um login no Twitter pra votar.
Ah, tô jogando aqui Roblox.
Ah, essa é uma área sem Roblox. Tô brincando, faz o que quiser. Só que eu não tô achando onde eu acho minha senha aqui. Ah, eu não acredito que ele colocou o que foi vazado no título. Agora eu sei que vazou alguma coisa. Não vou contar pra vocês, né? Vazou alguma coisa. Ah, vazaram alguma coisa.
Ah, da hora.
Então, eu concordo. Salve Gustavo HC, salve Jack Games Log e salve pra Caio França.
Eu me fiz segurando o pudim.
Então, gente, vamos ficar calma aqui porque eu tô só passando o trailer do último update. Então, não tô nem prestando muita atenção, tenho que fazer login no Twitter pra votar com vocês ao vivo. Ele realmente é um ótimo youtuber de Minecraft. Diferente do Felipe Neto. Desculpa, gente. Desculpa ser político, eu tô brincando, não tô falando mais.
Felipe Neto é um lixo, mano.
Não vamos falar isso em voz alta, pode ter fã. Ah, ele foi o cara que fez a escola e uma graduação no Minecraft.
We had 7 speakers join us that day, including our school's chancellor and Minecraft.
Foi o cara, é aquele negócio que todo mundo viu na internet.
Eu sou o único que entra na Copa primeiro.
É, aparentemente, isso é novo pra mim também. Eles são os caras que fizeram a aula no Minecraft que todo mundo conhece. Todo
Eu não vou
mundo.
assistir a live, mas vou ficar na cal mesmo.
Tá. Tá bom, tá bom. Tudo bem, tudo bem.
Eu vou dar um like no lá, peraí.
From all of us in the Block League team,
Aproveitando aí,
we
galera,
hope
dá
you're
um like
enjoying
aí também.
Minecraft Live.
Será que eles vão falar das pessoas construindo a terra inteira no Minecraft?
So we heard about
Merece.
how 2020's been for a few people within the community, but what's next for Minecraft? Now there's already a lot of
que vem
things in
depois.
Minecraft, but if there was one thing that I would want to see is
O que ele tá falando
something
que vai
that
querer
would fly,
depois.
some type of creature, maybe a
Algo que
monster,
pode voar,
and you would be
tipo-
walking out on just a nice
tipo
sunny
Phantom.
day, you know, maybe just mining
Olha os
or
comentários
on your farm.
da live.
And next thing you know,
Eu
something would
vou
swoop
ver.
down, not a phantom, and it would actually
Não é um feio. Ah, tá bom.
and take you through the sky. I think that would be really cool, but maybe that will never happen. Now the community has always
Calma aí.
speculated what the next big update for Minecraft could be. A new mob, a new boss, a new biome, and as
Salve
you
pra
make your
Jack Games
guesses,
Log, mas
right now, I would assume
não faz
there
propaganda
are
não,
some
amigo.
ideas
Se continuar
in the
vai ser
mix.
chato. Mas tudo bem por enquanto. Salve pra Red Kid.
Minecraft Live, good times with Scar here, and I'm
Já
a
tá
content
comigo.
creator and a member of the Hermitcraft server, and
Ah,
I've been
Hermitcraft.
playing Minecraft
Tô
for
jogando
10
um
years.
jogo.
This is my
Ele tá passando mal?
10-month anniversary.
Olha
And
isso.
what better way to celebrate 10 years playing Minecraft but to hang out with you here at Minecraft Live and to speculate
Ele tá-
on what we'd
o
like
cara
to
do
see
Hermitcraft,
added to
eu conheço
Minecraft.
essa
And
série
way back in the
Hermitcraft
day
e não
when they
assisto.
added colored glass to the game, I thought, how cool would it be if these naturally generated in caves as if they were crystals? Just color crystals hanging from the caves just to add a little life, a little energy
Ah,
to the caves. And I thought that'd
ele
be
tá
fun,
falando de
but
um cave
let's take this
update,
up a
amigo.
notch.
Isso que eu tô
Say we're
falando.
down in the caves and we break open a wall into a
É que nem aquela
gigantic
lula que
cave
brilha,
with
só que não no mar.
ceilings, crystals hanging down from the ceilings.
E não é uma-
These crystals come in all the
não sei o
variety
que eu tô
colors
falando
of
mais.
Minecraft.
Não
and we
conheço.
pick out one that we like. Say we're
Ah,
gonna
não
pick out
conheço ninguém, na
orange,
verdade. Tô
we
improvisando a
knock down
maioria,
that
mas tem o
orange crystal,
Forever. Apareceu
and we can
Forever
take
mais
the
cedo.
fragments of this orange crystal,
Fiquem aqui pra ver o pré-show
put it on a
comigo, se
lantern,
vocês
and we're now
querem
casting
saber mais.
orange light
Eu tô traduzindo
in
um
Minecraft.
pouquinho,
That is right.
porque eu
We can
fiz
now
um clickbait
cast
pequeno.
colored light of all varieties in Minecraft via torches or
Ah,
lanterns
cor de...
to add more
Sabe, não dá pra fazer cor sem
and
Ray
more just
Tracing.
time possibilities
E tem
for
Ray
builds. Just
Tracing, só
imagine
que
your builds
é
now,
difícil.
but being illuminated
Ray Tracing é
with
difícil.
color light. How amazing would that be? Now, another thing I'd love to see added to Minecraft
Cor de luz
is
é
some way
difícil.
of auto-loading and ejecting music discs from a jukebox.
Cara, é muito
So now
técnico.
we
É um jeito de colocar
have
e tirar
color light
disco da jukebox. É,
along
faz sentido.
with
É uma boa edição.
auto-playing music. We have
Boa edição.
basically together here
Ótima
created disco
edição.
Minecraft, and that sounds absolutely amazing. So let me know what you think of those ideas, and I cannot wait to find out what for real is coming soon.
Ah, calma aí, achei minha senha.
Hey everyone, it's Drew. We have been huge fans of Minecraft since the very beginning and have so much fun creating videos. From silly build competitions
Caramba, eu
to
tenho uma
our
senha
epic
horrível.
survival series. Creativity is literally limitless.
Fala ela aí, mano. Fala aí.
That's why we're so excited for the global split.
Eu.
We could
Eu sou minha
build a
senha.
glowing underwater city.
Yes.
That'd be so cool.
Yes. I wonder what we'd be able to craft. Maybe we'll be able to craft glowing armor. I wonder what some glow squid are. I guess
Literalmente, mano.
I'm gonna make it my pet.
Okay.
O que eles estão fazendo agora? Eu tô meio perdido. Eu não conheço eles.
안녕하세요 마인크래프트 시청자 여러분들.
É aquele cara, eu não sei.
채널을 운영 중인 연맹이라고 합니다.
Cara, abaixa um pouco o som. Abaixa um pouco o som, Red Kid, por favor.
Beleza.
정말 큰 공헌을 차지하고 있는데요.
Desculpa,
올해도
tô grosso.
많은 콘텐츠를 구성하고 업로드했는데
Ah, gente, eu conheço esse cara, é meu amigo pessoal, por isso é que falam coreano.
기억에 많이
Ele é
남습니다.
muito engraçado.
마인크래프트에는 여러 바이옴이 존재하는데 그 바이옴 특색에 맞게 새로운 블록 아이템들과 몹들이 더 추가됐으면 좋겠습니다. 특히 바다를 굉장히 좋아하기 때문에 마인크래프트 바다에 더 멋지고 예쁜
Caramba, essa é mesmo a minha senha, que senha horrorosa.
추가되길 바라고 있습니다. 이상으로 여러분들에게 저 램램도 알리고 마인크래프트에서 보고 싶은 여러 가지들을 말해보았습니다. 항상 저에게 좋은 추억을 주는 마인크래프트 정말 감사하고요. 여러분들도 계속해서
Ah, não
마인크래프트
tenho.
라이브쇼
Não
많이
tem a
시청해주세요.
pesquisa ainda
그럼
pra eu votar.
안녕.
Tá vazio.
Hello, my name is Escalade5 and I'm a
Consegui entrar no
Minecrafter,
Twitter.
and today is a big day. That day
É o Scal!
is a
Eu ouvi
major
falar
day
dele.
because it's one of these days where we get to
O Skull. Ele é amigo do Mambo Jumbo lá, né? Aquele cara que... do qual as ideias são roubadas pelo Vinícius Cereza. Nada contra.
We got the wind update, we got the jungle update. I wonder if they're gonna make another like themed upgrade. Maybe
Faz sentido. Ah, salve para Mendes Fire. É uma mesma pessoa de mais cedo?
Or maybe an oceanic
Salve pra...
update. That would be
Ah, não vou deixar pra você. Eu tô tentando, só que eu não tenho a menor ideia do que ele tá falando. Ele tá pedindo um update pras jungles. Que ele quer customizar o... Ele também quer customizar o personagem. Quê?
Being able to get a skin that's outside the game into the game. That would be
Ah, não, ele tá falando do Minecraft Dungeon, certo?
Alô?
Eu tô tentando traduzir, mas é bem difícil. Red Kid tá aqui comigo, salve pra Zé Locão. Ah, lembrando, a gente tá no pré-show, vai começar em 7 minutos, vamos começar o hype, né, gente?
Oh, meu volume tá alto agora, tipo.
Eu gostei do seu volume. Ah, ele também quer um update pra Dungeon, certo?
Thank you from me and everyone you've seen so far for watching the
Tô no evento aqui, eu acho que eu já terminei o evento. Ou tem mais.
Small part of this community. So let's see some
Eu tô num evento de Halloween aqui, mano.
In Minecraft. Thanks
Vamos jogo aqui.
Eu não gosto de falar que as pessoas são sendo do assunto, mas...
Coletar todas as abóbora que tá pelo mapa.
Eu odeio falar isso, mas você tá saindo do assunto. Eu odeio falar isso. É o cara alemão. É o cara do Japão. Ok, vai começar.
The real Minecraft hearts that come out from the pets when you give them a tree.
Calma aí.
So I just went into Feather Adventures and I made a
Legal, meu mouse sumiu de novo.
And for feathers as well.
Ah.
Incrível, nossa, mano, você é espetacular, parabéns.
O que eu fiz? Você tá saindo do assunto de novo? Não sai do assunto. Ok, vou baixar mais um pouco ainda o som. Ah, eu fiz de novo. Eu vou deixar... Pronto, agora tá ao vivo, mas o som tá mais baixo. Ah! Tá falando dos vídeos das outras pessoas, até do Venom. Entendi o que eles estão falando, são vídeos aleatórios.
Tentando achar coisas.
Calma, será que eu vou aparecer? Eu quero aparecer no Minecraft Live.
Que?
Tá mostrando um clipe de um monte de gente aleatória.
Imagina, tu vai lá e tem uma foto de pudim.
China? Ah, tô brincando.
Pudim.
Não, tem alguém da China aqui.
Não, eu não consegui pegar, nossa. A abóbora do lado ali, eu não consegui pegar ela. Que merda. Eu odeio esse evento.
Desculpa ter que pedir pra você ter que... Conversa paralela é ruim, desculpa. Ah, meu Deus, o cara é uma abelha. Ele é uma abelha.
Uma abelha?
Abelha Update 2!
Okay. Não, tô curioso aqui, mano. Deixa eu ver essa live.
Eles vão fazer um segundo update de abelha. É uma loot box na vida real. Ah, é um zumbi feio.
Pick you up, and... Não sei o que ele tá falando, mano.
É, que a legenda é muito ruim. E tem... às vezes é de outro país
What the
ainda.
next big update for Minecraft could be a new mob, a new boss, a new biome.
Gabriel, desculpa. Falei errado. Red Kid, não dá spoiler. Tem coisa que realmente vazou.
Não, tipo, eu só tô lendo a legenda.
A legenda é ruim.
Tô lendo a legenda em inglês.
Abelha?
Caramba, mano, Peter Parker.
Sim, sou eu. Sou eu ou não sou eu? É o Brasil. Brasil, ei, Brasil! Desculpa, Portugal.
Caramba, mano, é o Peter Parker, mano. Peter Parker de fone. E com um negócio no nariz. Só falta ele virar um miranha, velho.
Sou eu, olha, sou eu na tela, olha eu na tela. Ah, não deu. Extreme and Golden. De novo, a gente tá no pré-show, tô esperando alguma coisa legal acontecer, mas vai começar daqui a pouco o show. Em cerca de 3 minutos. Salve pro Ice Lord, salve pra Rondônia, salve pra Kaique Fagundes em específico, salve pra Países Ball, salve pra Denilson Medeiros, salve pra Zé Locão Jadei. O que mais? Falta falar. Então, gente, eles estão colocando um monte de vídeo aleatório de YouTube porque eles não tem nada pra colocar nesse tempo. Porque eles começaram um pré-show muito cedo e eu tive que fazer tudo mais cedo. Eu tive que mudar as minhas horas.
Eu estou apenas ouvindo isso, cara. Enquanto eu faço propagandas para as pessoas darem like.
Eu também recomendo se inscrever porque eu faço vários vídeos de Minecraft. Apesar que o vídeo da semana que vem não vai ser de Minecraft, vai ser de um jogo independente muito legal que eu achei ótima a minha edição. Semana depois dessa provavelmente vai ser Minecraft, mas sexta eu vou fazer uma live de Brawlhalla. Vocês gostam de Brawlhalla? Brawlhalla é legal.
Brawlhalla.
Ele gosta de Brawlhalla e de Hatching Time ao mesmo tempo.
Brawlhalla.
Mas é um canal de Minecraft que eu jogo pouco Minecraft.
Scar, depois de 8 dias eu vou comprar aquela skin da Scarlet que ela tem uma cartola.
Outra coisa. Sim, outra coisa é que se vocês são tristes que não vai ter. Olha, um Budiambo, aquele que eu falei. Se vocês estão tristes que não vai ter vídeo de Minecraft semana que vem, vocês podem voltar depois da live e ver os meus últimos vídeos. Tem, quer dizer, os meus vídeos antigos. Tem um tutorial de como fazer uma loja fácil em Minecraft. Como fazer, eu tô enchendo tempo.
Tem tutorial de como fazer um pente 3D do Pikachu e do Coelho.
Eu fiz vários vídeos que não fazem sentido, porque eu fiz um vídeo no qual eu recrio imagens em 3D. E tem um vídeo que eu faço comidas em 3D. É favorito de muita gente, já vai começar. É o favorito de muita gente. Tipo, 3 pessoas adoram. Vai começar.
Nossa, eu adoro também, mano. Só que eu nunca comento, mas eu adoro.
Ok, vai começar.
Velho, eu tô jogando um jogo que eu tenho literalmente arrumado a Hatkid, mano. Eu comprei. Eu sou muito bom.
Os Mojangues. Ok, agora tem que começar o som imediatamente. Eu conheço esse jogo, é Minecraft! Ele não recebeu o convite pro Smash, mas ele recebeu o convite pro Minecraft Live, né? Que bom.
Eu tenho 2 anos e 1.
A continuação do trailer, então.
Sabe qual a minha idade?
Não fala, não pode falar. Não pode falar, não cola.
Pô, eu ia falar 2 anos e meio.
Então competindo com 3 anos, então. Não compete com 3 anos. Compete com 3 anos.
Mentira, eu tenho...
Não fala.
Anos.
Não,
pronto.
Eu não ouvi, eu te
falei anos.
Não, você foi interrompido.
Mano, deu erro. No signal.
Hello and welcome to Minecraft Live
Essa é aquela música mostra do
I'm Lydia
trailer.
Winters, your host and chief storyteller for Mojang Studios.
Ela é
We're
contadora
coming
de
to you live
história.
from Stockholm, Sweden,
Elas
the
são na
birthplace
Suécia.
of Minecraft. Some of our amazing team members couldn't be here today, so we recorded the Minecraft Earth and Creator Tools segments in Redmond earlier this week.
Eles gravaram algumas
We are
partes mais
so
cedo.
thankful
Tipo,
you're
as partes
joining
Minecraft
us.
Earth deu.
Before we get started, we want to acknowledge the number of challenges around the world right now, as well as the mental, physical,
Eles estão falando
and
de
emotional
Covid-19,
toll
gente.
those challenges are taking on all of us. With that in mind, we want to give the opportunity today to take a breath, have fun, enjoy the games we love,
Tá falando
and
que é uma hora
celebrate all of
de
you,
não pensar
our
nisso e
incredible
falar
Minecraft
Minecraft. Eu não tava pensando
It
nisso
won't
antes de você
all
falar,
be
moça.
easy. You'll have to decide which mob to vote into the game, which, based on votes in previous years, will be super tough. You'll not only get to
A
hear
votação vai ser
about
difícil,
what's
porque a gente vai
coming
votar
to
nos
your favorite
nomes. E
Minecraft
comparado aos
games,
anos passados,
you'll
já vai ser
also
mais
hear
difícil.
directly from the development teams.
Uhum.
We want you to leave
A gente vai
today
ouvir do
knowing
time
about the
de
exciting
development.
additions coming to Minecraft and also
A gente vai ouvir
why
deles.
our team has made those decisions.
Homem!
An insider's look at what's brewing at Mojang Studios.
Homem, Aleta.
Today, we're kicking things off with the announcement of the we're gonna tell you right now.
Fala!
Sabe o
Tá
que,
bom.
sabe o que ela tá falando?
Ela vai falar o novo update agora.
Oh, sabe o que ela tá falando?
Hi, Agnes.
Sim, eu sei exatamente o que ela tá falando.
Let's do this.
Ela tá falando rachoado.
Okay.
Não tá.
The next update is the
Oh, Jay.
update that we know
No,
that
Jay.
so many of
Esqueci
you,
o nome dela.
and well, so many of us as well, has been wanting for such a long time.
Não, só interrompem, interrompem.
The Caves and
Interrompe,
Cliffs update.
O Cave Update! O Cave Update!
Must feel amazing.
Todo mundo ama o Cave Update! Caves e montanhas também.
I
Penhascos.
mean, even before I joined Mojang, I was
Montanhas
always thinking about,
e
like, when is the
penhascos,
cave
vamos lá.
update gonna
Quer
come?
dizer,
This
cavernas
is
e
it, but
penhascos.
it's also got the cliffs as well. It's got the mountains. Like, this is such
Montanha,
a big
é importante
update.
montanha.
I'm so excited.
How are you feeling, Agnes?
Great.
Agnes, o nome dela é Agnes, esqueci.
So we have been working on this update for quite long, and we're like, we can't wait to
Scar,
tell
que jogo você tá
everyone.
falando?
And now we announced it, and it feels
So
De que
we're
jogo você
actually
tá
getting
falando?
our first
Assiste a live, você vai
live
entender. Tem que
reactions.
jogar Minecraft, assiste a live lá.
Não posso agora.
Quer dizer, assiste o Minecraft Live ao vivo lá.
Those mobs are very, very excited. This year we asked some of our communities to submit questions that we'll answer across the show. This first question definitely feels like something
Falta só
everyone wants
negócio
to
pra
know.
eu achar no jogo aqui.
Mi
mas-
pregunta es, ¿por qué se han tardado tanto en actualizar
Eu
las
não entendi o que
cuevas?
você tá falando.
¿Cuándo llegarán? En verdad que hemos estado pidiendo esto por muchísimo tiempo.
Why has it taken so long? Like Brandon, I've been waiting a long time too.
A pergunta foi por que tá demorando
that's a
tanto pra
very
fazer
good
a
question.
atualização de caverna e
Since
montanha.
this update really is the update, like we have been dreaming about it for
Porque
so long.
esse é
so
o update,
it felt
por isso.
important for us to do it right. Like we
E
don't
eles queriam
want to
fazer
rush
certo.
it.
É.
But now feels the right time. Like we have spent the time we need to really like understand the vision we have for the update, and
nunca
also to make
fiz
sure that
survey.
we
Eu acho que
understand
vocês
what the community actually wants. And
Começar
we've also like
do
planned
nada,
around it to make sure that we really can work together with the community to make this and like as epic update as possible. And we have also hired some new amazing developers to the team.
Ele começou
And you're one
a
of the
contratar
amazing
novos
developers,
developers.
Brandon.
Yeah, I
No
joined
genie pra fazer
this
certo.
year in January, and I actually came from the community. I used to do modding for 10 years.
Ah, ele fazia
One of
mod.
the first mods I worked on was the Aether, which is like a dimension that
Ele
has
fez
sky
o
islands
Aether.
and stuff. And yeah, I'm
O
just
cara
so
fez o
happy to be here
Aether,
and
tá
work on
fazendo
update.
update de caverna e
So happy to
penhasco.
have you.
We have another creator question.
Pergunta de outro criador.
Hi, I'm the Pink Diamond Diva, and this is my question. Are you making the caves more advanced for older players so they can mine deep, or are you making them more accessible and easy to navigate for newer players?
Vamos fazer mais complexo ou mais
Such a great
simples?
question.
Ou será que
Yeah, I
vamos fazer
mean,
os dois?
with this update, we're making sure that we can have as much variation as possible within the actual caves themselves. But we want to make sure that the old caves are still retained as much as possible to keep that
Esse
classic
que a gente é
feel.
igual, mas mais
and we
simples.
really also looked into to make sure that we have
Mais fácil de
something for
navegar, quer dizer.
everyone.
Não entendi,
Because,
não entendi.
You know, we have such a
Eles querem
huge
deixar
community,
parecido, mas
and
vão
it's
fazer
also a
mais
very
simples.
diverse community, and that's such
É,
a
eles queriam
beautiful
ter
thing.
algo pra alguém,
So we
algo pra
really want
todos.
this update to have something
ou
for
seja, tem
everyone. So
aspas.
actually, we made sure to
Não é.
map all the features in the update to different player styles to really see that we fulfill that
Eles
goal.
colocaram uma tabela
So cool. And you
quem
had such a
gostaria do
big
quê.
thought process on how you decide what even goes into
Yes.
an update
Eles
this
tinham que
big.
decidir o
we
que ia e o
have
que não ia.
spent quite a lot of time on just making sure that we
Todos
have a
os
really
ingredientes,
good like
inglês.
fundament for the update. For example, we did the player style
Eles queriam
mapping,
os
and
estilos.
we've also worked with design pillars. So the design pillars, they kind of describe the vision of the update.
Escrevam.
So for example, they help us when we like
Eu não entendi o que ela
prioritize
disse.
between different features, and also
Eles
when
falam
we
inglês,
design
não entender,
each
tem
specific
legenda.
feature. And we have 3 pillars for this update. And the
Ah,
first
eles vão ter
one is
3
actually
pilares
all
para
about
definir o que eles vão fazer.
spectacular mountains, the snowy snow.
Uma coisa vai
trees,
ser
goats.
priorizar
Because at
proteger as
last year's
montanhas, as
live,
cavernas.
The players voted for these features, and we
Scar.
felt like
Que?
it's so important to deliver on that promise.
Já é
So we
Halloween?
actually wanted to have it as a pillar.
Não, é dia 31.
Yeah, and another pillar that we actually integrated into this was adding strategy to mining. So of course Minecraft already has plenty of strategy in mining, but we wanted to see if we could push that
Que?
just a little bit further and add even more mechanics that make it interesting for players to mine in the caves.
Yeah, and the third pillar is to create an underground of marble for the players.
Significa menos chato, agora tá mais legal, lançaram uma coisa muito legal agora.
Like contrast and like inspire players to like
Escuta, vamos com uma pessoa.
underground adventures and build underground. And one
Tá bom, dá pra ter aventuras e construir embaixo da terra.
Is that we have added new cave biomes. And one of
Eu não entendi o que você tá falando, você tá falando de outra coisa agora, desculpa. São cavernas que são um buraco pra baixo, direto, que tem vinha, que tem... Eu não tô nem acreditando, tem um monte de frutas agora nas vinhas, quer dizer, desculpa.
Ah, Edu, mano, esse cara.
Fala aí, você é o Edu?
Nossa, Edu não.
Desculpa, eu ouvi falar, achei que eu tinha ouvido Edu. Seja bem-vindo à live. Só não exagera falando muito.
Eu tava na live.
E vai dar tudo certo, seja bem-vindo.
It's so beautiful. It doesn't feel cave-like.
Nem parece mais uma caverna.
We wanted to make sure that, of course, in Minecraft, all the original caves, you know, they're pretty much the same. There's not much variation in terms of vegetation or different features inside of it. So for this, we wanted something which is a bit more like light and lush and actually has vegetation.
Eles estão falando de que vai ter luz nas cavernas, mas as cavernas não vai ser diferente, vai ser parecidas, vai ser cavernas novas, então. Vai ter ação nessas cavernas
how should you feel when you're in a lush cave? And we wanted to be like, so you feel like very tiny inside like a big garden or big forest. So like when you look up, it's actually like vegetation above you, it's vegetation around you. And one source of inspiration we had is actually a Swedish painter called John Bauer. Because in his paintings it's always, or often at least, like a tiny character, and then it's like huge forest, and you see like the size of the vegetation.
Eu achei que eu tinha feito isso aí sem querer. Ok, agora aumentei o volume, abaixei o volume do vídeo em si, porque tem legenda. Tá? Ok. Azaleia. Vai ter azaleia agora, tem os arbustos. Já tinha arbusto antes, agora tem mais. Estratégia de minerar. Vai ter ponto de referência.
Another one of the new blocks is a block called Spore Blossom. And it's that you maybe saw it in the video. It's a big pink flower that you
Eu esqueci as palavras todas as palavras eu
and
esqueci.
it will drip particles from that flower, but it will also actually fill like a big volume around it with particles. So it's similar to the
Vai ser uma flor que vai encher de partícula ao redor. O lag vai ser incrível.
that you can move the flower if you want to and get these particles anywhere you want in your world. So you can actually be very creative.
Pode mover a flor e vai ter partícula onde você quiser.
The lush caves have a real glow to them from
Vai ter brilho.
Yes. So there are vines
Vinhas.
in the lush caves, and they have glow on them. And these are actually light sources. You can also pick them and eat them.
Frutinha de brilho.
And another plant we actually
Bagas de brilho.
drip leaf plant.
que
You
isso
can
que
actually see that they
parece
kind of grow from like water or anywhere else, and they grow quite tall.
Eu não conheço.
They have like a little plant on the top that you can actually hold onto. So the idea of the mechanic behind it is that the leaf will actually tilt down when you stand on it too long. So this will actually make you fall through.
Eu não tô entendendo, vai ser...
It'll come back up. So it's kind of this
Planta que dá pra pesar. Mas ela pode quebrar depois de um tempo. Se você ficar muito tempo na plataforma, ela dobra, que nem naqueles programas de... lá. Oh.
It's so beautiful in there, and there's actually a mob coming to
Então não é mais de... Então é de planta o update.
But we will actually not tell you about this mob now, because in the end of the show we will show even more features.
Eles não vão falar do mob novo ainda. Eu tô tão triste que eu recebi um spoiler, porque vazou. Tudo bem. Eu não vou ficar tão surpreso agora, estragou meu react inteiro. Tá bom, eu vou fingir surpresa. Melhoraram a geração das cavernas.
Yeah, so as you can see here, I mean, this is drastically different to what caves used to look like. And there's definitely
Eles mentiram, não tá igual nada, tá ótimo.
We wanted to make sure that there was
É o mesmo estilo, mas com mais variedades.
And even here you can see that there's some water.
Tudo diferente.
Caramba, depois dos 900 anos eu finalmente achei.
Caverna embaixo d'água com diamantes. Tão bonito. Mas de onde tá vindo tanta luz? É lava? É visão noturna? Eles estão fazendo o bloco brilhar artificialmente com mod? É, usar um bot embaixo da caverna, você disse? Volte logo. Red Kid é convidado. Que nem vocês podiam vir se quisessem, mas não precisa. Eu sou meio chato de conversar agora. Pode vir depois. Depois eu vou ser melhor. Formas da caverna. O jogador deve ver as formas da caverna.
So the really cool thing is that like the new cave shapes and sizes is completely independent from the new biomes. So that
É completamente independente dos novos biomas.
For example, a lush cave can, for example, generate, in a super narrow tunnel, but it can also generate in like a huge cavern, and that creates completely different.
No bioma é independente, pode ter uns cavernas pequenas, cavernas enormes. Entendi. Interessante. Tem que falar mais alto.
Spaghetti and Swiss cheese, like that's how varied the caves could be.
Yes, I mean there are so many different
entendi o problema, calma aí.
variation works, and I mean it has even more variation than the overworld itself. It's just crazy.
Tem mais variação do que até o resto do mundo.
Very nice. And you have another new cave biome to show.
Teste de voz.
Yes, so we have the Dripstone Caves biome. And whenever I think about the idea of a cave,
Caverna de
the
Stalactite.
image of stalagmites and stalactites comes into my head. But adding
Tem stalactite agora.
you know, it's a very unique shape that
É muito estranho.
really accustomed to. But I think the way that the
Espero que
artists,
mudem isso,
put
é
it
meio
into
estranho.
Minecraft works quite well. And of course there's some
Mas é
math
bonito,
mechanics
que tem
around
meio...
this, so you can see that someone destroyed the block up the top, and so the dripstone.
Também não ligo, tá ótimo, mas vai ter 3 tipos de bloco de stalactite diferente, não é? Eles não aumentam, eles são tipos diferentes. Dá pra ter um negócio sem conta.
Yes, so maybe you saw in the video that, like, from the stalactites, you could see that it was like
Adivinha que
water.
voltou.
So actually, if you put the core
Eu?
under the
Ah não,
stalactite, it will fill up with water.
Red Kid.
It's renewable water.
Água renova, eles dão água.
Foi eu.
Eu disse isso, só que eu disse de um jeito estranho.
That's a very good question.
Stalactites dão água, que nem na vida real.
But I think I learned. So we actually, yeah, it's hold on tight to stalactite. I was going to say the wrong one. It's so stalactite is in the roof and stalagmite.
Stalagmite embaixo, alguma coisa assim.
We've been practicing that, all of us.
For a long time, like even.
And you have something really amazing in this update for the sort of redstone engineers out there.
Yes.
Tá vendo? Essa foi a coisa que eu li no spoiler.
About this redstone block that lives in the deep dark, a new biome at the deepest depths of the world.
Tem uma coisa que vai ter no... Uma coisa nova para redstones vai estar no fundo do mundo. Um mob que vem disso? Acho que não foi isso que eu vi. Não sabia que era isso.
And this is called the skulk blocks. And one of
Eca.
the blocks is called the skulk sensor. This is the new redstone block. As you can see, when you place or destroy a block, or if you have footsteps, it'll actually detect the vibrations around and then emit a redstone
Eu não sei o
signal.
que é Skulk.
So this is going to be very interesting.
Parece muito nojento, mas eles reagem a colocar um dentro dele ou pisar nele. Ele reage a tudo.
To essentially prevent signals from being able to get
Ah, então o equivalente de vidro lá.
So let's take a look at that now.
E tem um detector de Skulk. Esse negócio de redstone que eles fizeram.
And as you can see here, I walked next to the skulk sensor, and it's actually kind of doing an infinite loop where the piston is causing a vibration, and then it's activating the skulk sensor.
A vibração do pistão está ativando o Skulk, mas se tiver uma lã no meio, ele absorve a vibração. Criativo. É preventivo.
This can
O
allow you to
sinal.
even do sort of directional skulk sensors where you can
Sensores de skulk direcionais. Eu não sei o que é
only
skulk.
allow it to detect vibrations
Acho que é uma coisa que eles
And
inventaram.
vibrations can be so many different things, you know, it can be a snowball, a hit,
Vibração
it
pode
could
ser
be
qualquer
an
coisa,
arrow,
pode ser
it could be
uma
footsteps,
flecha, pode
it
ser
could be blocks, anything.
Colocar blocos, pode ser movimento dos blocos, pode ser bola de neve, pode ser pisar. Um acidente. Não carrega agora, vocês estão falando que tem redstone sem fio agora, é isso que vocês estão falando. Não trava. O acidente feliz deles é que eles fizeram redstone sem fio e eles travam.
Olha o chat da live.
Eu tô desconectado. Volta! Calma aí, salve pra Heitor Almeida, salve pra Red Kids, salve pro Mr. Pão, salve pro Offlord Miguel, salve pro Marcelo José, mas eles fizeram redstone sem fio.
Well, you can just build so many cool things with that. It's gonna be exciting to see what the community will build.
Yeah, you're
Why
really
is
looking for community feedback to make
Eu
sure
não entendi o que você disse.
like feels great.
Gente, voltamos, caiu por um momento.
Absolutely, I think because this is such
No,
a unique
tá rolando.
mechanic, we really want to make sure that
É,
we get it
ainda
right.
não caiu.
And, you know, we love the Redstone community and we
Eles
wanna
adoram
make sure that
a comunidade de redstone, sou eu, eles gostam de mim.
Send it to us and we will work with you to make this the best block that it can be.
Melhor bloco possível.
And now we said there's another mob coming later.
Mob depois.
It's time for a new mob coming to the Caves and Cliffs update.
And this is a very scary mob. And it lives
Mob assustador.
in the deepest of the
Eu não entendi o que você disse.
deep dark. And this is
Mob
very
assustador no
dark.
escuro.
Yes. And the cool thing is that this mob is very well adapted to the environment. So it can't see anything. So it's the
Ele não
first
pode ver nada,
mob.
independente do
And that's really
ambiente.
interesting because it gives such interesting mechanics. So instead, it will react to vibrations, just like the skulk sensor block.
Ele reage a vibrações que nem os...
If you aren't like very careful when you walk around in the deep dark, you might have
Conselhos.
some mob.
Yeah, with this mob, we really wanted to make sure that we kind of recaptured that feeling of the first night of Minecraft. And like we can often forget that Minecraft can be a pretty
Capturar o
scary
sentimento da
game.
primeira noite.
So we wanted to make sure that we kind of go back to that. I mean, caves can
Vou
be
fazer
scary,
assustador.
they're dark. And all I'm going to say is that when you go into the deep dark, I want to make sure that you're very quiet.
O escuro profundo, você tá falando do Void? Não é? Quanto bloco novo, né, amigo? Warden. Warden é... guarda. Para! Você me assustou muito. Para com isso. Não põe música. Ok, os Skug estão te percebendo. Tem essas... Tem vela, tem velas de vários tipos. A luz tá apagando e acendendo. Apagando e acendendo. Ah, ele já tá mais claro do que devia o vídeo, né? Tem essas salinhas pequenininhas, ou será que uma base feita por jogador? Tem blocos diferentes na parede. Esses Skug, eles passam vibração um pro outro. Oh, não, corre. É um cara que não consegue ver, mas ele... Você não fizer barulho e te vê. Oh, meu Deus! É o guarda. Ah, você pode distrair ele com bola de neve. Legal. Ah, e você acorda ele, né? Atira. Ai. Eu dou dano em você.
Caramba, bola de neve.
É, a bola de neve dá vibração pro outro lado e ele acha que você tá lá. Mas agora já era, né? Agora tu vai morrer. Você vai morrer, amiguinho. Não morre.
Da hora, mano.
Espada de netherite. É, boa escolha. Boa escolha agora. Aliás, que textura de pedra é essa? King Dogs, é.
What did we just see?
It's a very different mob. I'm really excited for this because not only is it trying to be scary, it's, you know, we have to keep a balance to it.
Ele tá conseguindo essa segunda parte. É um
design.
golem de Skug.
Another thing that's really important to note is in that video I was wearing full netherite armor, so it's very
Ele tava usando a armadura de netherite, ele morreu.
Which I mean was such an interesting
Contra o mob
gameplay,
cego.
because, like, if you want to, you can avoid it, but then you need to really be careful, like sneak all the time to not make like any kind of movement.
Ah, ele vai dropar
that
coisas
takes-
novas
that's
também.
not fun, and it's like, It's scary, but in a good
Então,
way.
são naturezas, cavernas, mobs e o que mais?
First night experience with the warden.
Você pode desviar dele, mas você tem que tomar muito cuidado. É uma experiência de primeira noite. Acho que ele só vai aparecer se tiver no dificuldade local difícil, né? Seria inteligente se fosse assim. História de primeira noite.
But you really balance sort of the look of it. It's like it's almost cute, but also
Quase
really,
fofo,
really
mas
terrifying.
bem assustador, entendi. Balanceou.
Like how does scariness look in Minecraft? Because we wanted to be very scary, and we didn't want to take away from scariness, but we thought let's add some derpiness to it, so like a mix. So for example,
Deixa mais derp pra não ser tão assustador. Deixa mais
some
derp.
actually reacted like, oh, it's so cute, which I think it's more scary, but I think we find like the perfect balance.
Ser tão fofo deixa mais assustador.
Yes,
É a
definitely.
opinião dela.
Well, you've been sitting up here. You just announced an update that everyone has been waiting for, and we actually have some
Todo
tweets
mundo
that
tá
have
esperando
come
por
in.
isso. Ai, tô mostrando um tweet de agora.
Amazing to see. So much excitement. Oh, even more tweets.
Eu não sou o cara que dá spoiler pros outros, né?
It's like we really developed this game together with the community, and now to
Caves
see
on
that
your
we're so happy.
cliffs, let's go.
Yeah, honestly, it's such a privilege to work on a game like this and an update like this, and
Eles
we
gostam
just
de
love
falar da
this game.
comunidade, dos updates.
We
Não.
want to make the best update that we can for everyone.
Thank you so much, Agnes and Brandon. That was a lot of amazing new things. Don't forget that we have another segment
Tem outro segmento
full of even more cave
com
updates
mais
later on in the
coisas
show.
do update.
Now let's head over to our Minecraft Live course.
Eles vão pra...
I hear he has a first look at something you all voted into the game last year.
O update, as coisas que a gente votou, eles não colocaram ainda.
Hello, Minecrafters of the world. I'm Boo-Booey, and I'm here once again to help all of you at home to choose.
Fala dos mobs que colocaram mais uma vez.
But first, we have a message from our good friend Max Brooks, author of our first Minecraft novel, with some exciting news.
Livro? Autor do último livro de Minecraft. Esse parece o cara que escreveria um livro de Minecraft, na minha opinião.
Thank you so much for embracing my book, and I hope you enjoy the sequel, Minecraft The Mountain, where our character leaves the island and
Ele sai da ilha?
snow-covered world and discovers another cabin.
Da ilha? Eu não sei, eu não li o livro.
The two of them have to find their way home.
Os dois?
Minecraft The Mountain.
Max Brooks parece um nome de autor. Ele parece ter a cara do autor de um livro de Minecraft.
And as always, thank you for embracing all Minecraft books.
That sounds awesome! Another Minecraft novel, and this one's called The Mountain. Speaking of mountains, remember last year's vote?
Sim, eu lembro, a gente voltou pra montanha no passado.
But the mountains won after 2 intense rounds of voting. Well, I
Ganharam.
have a sneak peek into what your vote is bringing to Minecraft on the cliff side of the Caves and Cliffs.
Os penhascos são do update de montanha e de gelo lá e de cabra.
They're both mischievous and adorable at the same time. As you can see, they live on the mountains.
Cabra
If you
pula e
aren't
não
careful,
machuca.
they might knock you off. They
Cabra
also
não gosta
have
de outro
excellent
bicho.
jumping skills.
Não parece natural o pulo.
We'll also get better mountain generation with
Melhor geração de
spectacular,
montanha.
more dramatic mountains with height-dependent
Dramática.
generation. That means things like tree lines and mountaintops that will be more challenging with lots of snow and ice. And speaking of snow,
bonito.
it will be snowier.
Vai ser mais nervoso! Mais nervoso!
Which will be a kind of trap block. It looks similar to snow, but if you or
Vai ser a neve que você fica preso. Neve mais nevosa! Neve mais nevosa!
talk about this year's vote.
Adoro neve nevosa.
Awesome mobs for you to choose from. And to introduce them,
Deixa eu ver se apareceu alguma coisa no Twitter.
Tiny Agnes and Tiny Jens. Let's see what they have to show.
Pequeno Agnes, pequeno Jens. Ele vai falar, eu já vi esse trailer. Assistam. São amigos.
These friendly cows live in the flower forest biome, yellow as sunshine and covered in beautiful flowers. What's not to like about these beautiful bovines?
We are friends, right?
Eles são amigos ou não?
Why do we have to record these videos on an actual mountain? They are animated.
The isolager is a new illager that lives on mountains.
Então tá pensando que eu vou votar nesse aí, porque as outras coisas não tem nenhuma grande habilidade confirmada. Esse é com certeza uma boa ideia. Salve pra JP, salve pra Marcelo José, já dei. Salve pra Henry TV, salve pra Spike Joga.
Sure you do. Well, wish no more. Meet the glow squid. Wow.
Então, parece que eles têm vários poderes, mas não tá claro se eles têm. Oh não, abriu o Photoshop sem querer ver travar tudo.
Can't talk. Must admire glow.
Agnes, Jens, it's really distracting.
Essa é a terceira versão diferente desse trailer.
They're so susceptible to distraction. Hopefully that won't happen to you. Now let's go over how...
Acabou o tempo? O telefone.
Oh, hi Tiny Agnes.
Pequena Agnes.
Yeah, no, I'm live right now. Oh, okay.
Salve pra Claudilene de Camargo.
Okay, I'll tell him. Okay, bye. Tiny Agnes would like everyone to know that she and Tiny Jens are, in fact,
não dá pra votar ainda.
good friends.
Ah, eles são amigos. E...
And why do people keep leaving phones around the studio?
Abrir a boca?
Now,
Não.
let's go over
Não vou olhar pra cima e abrir a
be
boca.
a part of what is
Não
likely
vou.
to be an epic showdown. Don't let this decision be made without your voice. Be ready to cast your votes.
Então, vocês não contaram ainda, não dá ainda pra
Só não estão
votar.
aproveitando ainda.
Não deram chance de votar ainda, tá muito estranho.
And make sure you're logged in. I'll let you know when
Eu tô logado.
Then you'll need to go to the Minecraft
Não abriu ainda.
to find the latest poll.
Eu vou votar com vocês ao vivo.
Debate with your friends and family, make a decision, then click on the mob you want to make it into Minecraft.
Eu vou votar no Isolager, porque eu não sei se realmente vai ter poderes a Lula. E o Moblum é legal, mas não é tão interessante. Salve Henry TV, eu já mandei salve. Hi Henry TV, we speak Portuguese here, sorry.
My name is Yesenia Cisneros, and I'm the gameplay producer from
But you can
Minecraft.
stay? Not saying you can?
I'm so excited to be a part of Minecraft
Hello.
Live this year, and to share this wonderful experience with you, our amazing community.
Tá, ainda não dá pra votar.
It's been so fun seeing
Still
what
can't
you've been doing
vote.
with the game. I've seen lots of creation shared each week, and I wish I were
Tem cara
that
falando
creative.
inglês.
I mean, wow. While everyone has been discovering new hobbies,
Falando de
I have wanted
novas
each day to collect a new adventure
coisas feitas
crystal,
pela comunidade.
which lets me play life-size adventures in augmented reality in various
Ah, vai falar de realidade aumentada da Minecraft. Cadê? Não voltou
I'm very
nunca.
confused to say the least. It seems like I'm not the only one who's been going on lots of adventures. We've had more than 5 million adventures played throughout early access. Holy moly,
Realidade aumentada,
that is
5 milhões de
amazing.
pessoas jogaram.
I've also been completing season
No
and
acesso.
daily challenges to collect
Seu.
mobs, even more adventure crystals, and exclusive character creator items that can also be used in Bedrock.
Bobo, Rafael, você é muito bobo. Você tá falando do Minecraft Earth, você é bobo. Eu esqueci que esse era o jogo.
And a new mob is made.
Bobo.
Later this month, we have 2 new mobs
Todo mundo
joining
sabe
Minecraft
Minecraft
Earth,
Earth.
and I hear they're going to make quite a splash. Speaking of mobs,
Vai ter novos
our
mobs.
beloved Moobloom from Minecraft Earth
Fazem
has a chance to
splash.
be brought into vanilla. How cool is that?
Tem uma chance de voltar pro
Now,
Vanilla, é.
I'm not going to tell you who you should vote for,
Hmm.
but what I am saying is one of these mobs is definitely way more adorable than the rest. So choose wisely.
Um dos mobs é mais adorável que o outro, isso é
In the last
verdade.
couple releases,
Isso é
you may have
verdade.
noticed that we added slime ball and slime blocks. With that,
Bola
I'm
de
super
slime e bloco
excited
de
to let
slime.
you know that we are adding pistons and sticky pistons to Minecraft Earth. Be on the lookout next
Eu não
week.
jogo esse jogo, mas parabéns, gente.
Can't wait to see
Vai
the
ter
awesome
pistão
creations you make,
e
blocks,
bloco
and now redstone
de
contraptions.
slime. Não, você entendeu? No
Our
Minecraft
friends
Earth.
Mumbo,
Parabéns,
Jumbo, and
gente.
Brian recently took a Minecraft Earth road trip and made their own awesome creations. Let's get a sneak peek at what they discovered.
Hello everyone, my name is Mumbo, this is my friend Grian.
Ah, esse cara, ele fez um vídeo mesmo. Mambo Jumbo, esse é um cara famoso.
There's no air conditioning, there's no heating, there's no radio, there's no anti-locking brakes, no power steering.
I've owned it for about 4 years, and to be frankly honest, it's pants. Times were definitely different in the 1970s.
Eu gosto desse cara.
It's ridiculously slow, and it's
Ele tá
definitely
viajando
different
com
to what modern
Minecraft
computers
Earth.
usually expect to find in a car these days.
We are embarking on a grand tour of England, going from the south coast up to
Inglaterra
Wales,
inteira.
and it's going to take us 3 whole days.
I'll be honest, Graham, mate. Would you class that as a grand
3 dias.
tour?
Ah, o Grian que tá com ele.
We have no
Ele é o cara da Redstone e o Grian é um cara de decoração.
But you see, this isn't a regular
Os
road
dois.
trip in a rubbish old van. This is a Minecraft Earth road trip in a rubbish old van. With Minecraft Earth being a game you can play on the move, we thought we would travel to a bunch of different locations in the UK. Some of them are iconic, some of them just feel very Minecrafty, and some of them are barely linked to Minecraft at all. But we just really wanted to go.
Eles queriam ir em alguns lugares que não tem nada a ver com Minecraft também. Mas eles queriam ir lá.
We also had to go
Mas a maioria tem a ver com Minecraft, é o icônico. Ou é
Minecraft
icônico.
Earth Frisbee is a bit of a challenge.
Frisbee de Minecraft.
Sorry. Minecraft Earth Badminton can be quite dangerous to onlookers.
Badminton de
And
Minecraft.
real-life sand blocks are alarmingly difficult to construct.
Fazendo bloco de areia.
There we go. It's
Deu de real.
All in all, though, the road trip
Não
was a
trava.
huge success, and we had a lot of fun. You can expect to see the full-length episodes appearing on our channels very, very soon.
Legal, tem uma propaganda enorme no canal
Wow,
deles,
it
então
looks like
vai ter um
Buffalo
vídeo no
Jungle
canal
and Ian
deles.
had quite the Minecraft Earth adventures. At Mojang Studios, we've also been making more original content than ever before on our Minecraft YouTube channel. Our goal is to create shows that give you inside knowledge directly from our team. We're even giving away all of our secrets in a new series called How We Make Minecraft.
É, estão falando das séries do canal
Honestly,
deles.
feels sort of risky.
Legal.
But guess what? We have lots more awesome Minecraft content.
É, ainda nada.
Here's a look at what shows you'll find
Dá
on
pra
our
botar.
channel.
Eu tô falando do canal deles agora. Eu adoro essas séries do canal dele. Mobile. É um canal legal, vocês vão ver depois se inscrever no meu. Se inscrevam no meu canal. É melhor.
I know cactus has prickly, but
O meu é melhor, tem Minecraft também.
Everyone starts panicking.
Mixer.
Please like and subscribe. I've always wanted to say that. But really, you should. It's good stuff. In
É coisa boa.
2017, you voted for the terror that is the Phantom.
Eu votei.
I personally have
Ok, vamos falar agora.
for that. In 2018, the
Atualiza
Tiger
o Twitter, atualiza o Twitter.
with fantastic foxes. Last year, it was the mountains, with our soon-to-be friends, the goats. What will you,
Não tá aí
the
ainda.
Minecraft community, do this year? Let's review our choices.
Tirando um gatinho, chegou um gatinho.
I was
Oi, Scar.
inspired by some
Oi.
amazing handcrafted
Chegou você e um gato.
Ah, eu vou jogar com meu amigo.
Você vai sair pra falar com um amigo?
So I decided to make my own version.
Não, eu vou jogar com um amigo.
Ah, mas melhor você sair da cal, então
For
desculpa.
illustrative purposes.
Não é?
I think I did a pretty great
Ah?
job.
Ele fez bonequinho. É melhor você sair da cal se for falar com ele.
Anyway,
Desculpa.
Então, eu vou sair da casa.
Ah, foi o que eu pensei. Tá bom, até mais.
Vou ir com a fone. Falou aí.
Not quite as
Tchau.
chill as they look.
Minhas últimas palavras são
We have the adorable Moo Bloom.
dali.
I hear they may come
Até
from
mais.
the flower, the buttercup, and I'm pretty sure they'll be best
Tá falando dos poderes dos bichos, dá pra ver pelas imagens.
the glow squid.
Tá todo mundo no
The
time
tiny trio will surely
submarino.
attest. They sure are distracting to look at. The first voting poll
Time
is now
submarino.
live on the Minecraft Twitter account.
Ok, F5, 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 F5.
Go to the poll right now.
Cadê? Não tá aqui ainda.
We'll check back in before we start the second and final poll. Now, though, I'd like to welcome Laura to my desk to talk about
Calma,
the
vai ser
dungeoniest
duas?
Minecraft game ever, Minecraft Dungeons.
Minecraft
Hello, Laura.
Dungeons.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Very excited that you're here. So, what do you do at Mojang Studios?
I am a game designer, which means I am the one that gets to decide
Designer,
how
yeah.
difficult the bosses are.
Salve para Duke Craft. Ah, design de boss.
You can blame me for that.
I think people will blame you for that.
That's okay.
While I have you here
Vou
on
culpar
the
ela
stage,
se os boss forem muito
which one
difíceis.
were you voting for?
I think if I don't say I am voting for the Isolator, my team will kill me. So, but it's an amazing mob. It brings a lot of fun to dungeons, and I think it will bring a lot of fun to Minecraft as well.
Okay. I figured you would say that, but I had to ask. So tell me about
Tinha que perguntar. Ela ia voltar no solo de qualquer jeito, né? Ela tinha que perguntar. Rio de Janeiro. Conheço esse lugar. Não tá aparecendo ainda no Twitter.
Release a game from home. So we were all sitting in this like massive Teams call and like sharing streams with each other and sharing videos and comments from players, and it was very good. It was fun in a different way.
What would you say was your favorite thing from the release?
I think it was how people came together to play the game. It was very fun to see parents like show their children dungeon crawlers and
ela tá feliz que os pais lançaram dungeon crawlers pros filhos jogando juntos. É a melhor parte do lançamento que eles lançaram de casa o jogo.
Let's take a look at what the community has done with what's come out so far.
Yeah.
Can I actually believe that we like got close to the end and it was like, no, well, time to be blown up by more creepers. They absolutely hate you, these creepers. Oh yeah, Tom, you must.
A comunidade fez, eles jogaram o jogo, amigo. Eles jogaram o jogo.
So the village merchant, a really cool merchant, simple, straightforward items, and definitely a nice addition to the game. A good replacement for the wandering trader. Now let's go check in with our friend the blacksmith here. This is definitely something that I'm looking forward to because this is one of the coolest things that has possibly come to the game.
Mostrando vídeos, eles já fizeram isso basicamente antes. É o 13! É o Vinícius 13.
Alright, I see what's going on here.
Väldigt bra! Ha, spetsut! Hörru! Vänta tills jag har min raket du! Ska jag få spö då?
Corre, Frollo.
Stop killing the pandas, you monster!
Não mata o panda, panda é bom. Não trava! Obrigado.
Wait, our villager's right there. You are free, villagers.
Find the caravan, found villagers. Ooh, I got invisibility potion.
와, 맵 엄청 많이 생겼네 이번에.
Gente, desculpa, eu tenho que ir.
Killing the pandas!
We have to save. Wait, our villager's right there. You are free, villagers.
Find the caravan, found villagers.
Quero voltar ao vivo.
와, 맵 엄청 많이 생겼네 이번에. 크립까지 깼고, 늪지, 목장, 협곡, 레드스톤 방산? 이거 거의 첫 번째 잡은 거 아니야? Holy smokes! Boom! You right?
Yeah, I put my
Oh, look! There's a pig. Get the pig! Red!
That looks so fun.
Yeah, it's so cool to see people have fun with the game.
And it's fun to play and watch.
Yes, I hope so at least.
But this year you also had another launch.
Oh, this month it's been a crazy month. Like we haven't stopped doing things. I feel we released first the Creeping Winter together with our new merchants.
Lançaram DLC,
trials, which was awesome. I hope everyone loved it. We launched for xCloud, so now people can play on mobile, which is so fun.
Jogar no celular? Não tô afim,
just launched in China, so now we get to welcome
agora tá na China.
friends to the community, and I am super happy about that.
That's really exciting. Well, now we have a question from the community for you.
Right.
ということで私から質問です。マインクラフトダンジョンズをリリースされてから開発者が想定していなかったファンの反応や仕様などありましたでしょうか。またマインクラフトダンジョンズの今後について教えてください。今後どのようなコンテンツがリリースされるのでしょうか。
Salve pra João Gabriel, salve pra Duke Craft.
Okay, he kind of snuck 2 questions into that.
Yes, but they were great questions, and thank you for sending them.
Salve pra Henry TV de novo.
We were very excited to see how fast people found
Thanks,
the
Henry.
mushroom level. Like I was very confused about it as well because we had worked very hard on making it very secretive and having little snippets of things.
I'm very happy Henry is here.
Players are so smart; they found it so fast. So if you haven't played the mushroom level, go check it out because it's very fun.
So happy.
And the second question?
Right.
How is Harry here?
So that's what we are here to talk about today. We're gonna talk about our upcoming DLC that we prepared with our friends at Double 11, and that's called the Howling Peaks.
Eu não entendo Minecraft Dungeons, eu
nunca
nunca
joguei. We're going to the mountains with dungeons as well.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Why don't we take a look at some live gameplay?
Yeah, let's check it out. We are very lucky today that we have 4
Olha,
members
Switch.
of the Dungeons team with us. Here's Mariana.
Calma, falando dá pra jogar em qualquer lugar com o celular, mas dá pra jogar no Switch já, né? Então.
Here's David.
Como é que vão gravar o Minecraft Dungeons pelo Switch
And at the
no modo
Xbox One,
portátil?
we have Annika. So we get to show you here for the first time crossplay, which we're very excited
Crossplay.
about. So people can play together from everywhere.
Legal.
That's exciting.
And yeah, that's our first look at the mountains biome coming to the dungeons.
Already I see a goat right there.
Oh yeah.
Eu
Yeah, we
sabia.
were so happy.
Sabia.
We asked the Minecraft team if we could bring
Eu
goats
sabia,
to
tava
the
tudo
dungeons, and they
levando a
said
montanha.
yes. So we get to
Iceologer,
release them a bit first in
cabras.
London, so we're super excited about that. They're equally as mischievous. Yes.
So I see a lot of
Cabra
wind coming out of these
barulhento.
grates.
Yes, wind is a mechanic that we're going to explore a lot
Vento.
in the mountains missions. And the players will be both challenged by it and will be able to use it. So the wind will push the player, so you need to be a bit careful. But at the same time, you'll be able to use it to solve puzzles, push items, and open doors and stuff like that. So yeah.
That's awesome. What is this you're looking at?
Right, so yeah, our mountains biomes are
Elevador.
so tall that the player will need to find new ways to traverse the levels. So that's a mountain lift, and there's gonna be full of like these little contraptions all around.
That seems like a really fun new mechanic.
Yes. Yeah, the goats are all around, and you need to be careful.
Yeah, I saw them attack.
Yes, they're really gonna push you out
Cabra
of the edge if
ataca.
you're not too careful.
Tem vento, tem cabra, tudo te ataca.
Yes,
Pra fora.
leave the goats alone. That's very important. And as you'll see, in
Cadê a
the-
votação, caramba?
the iceologers that you can find in this mission and in all the mountains missions are very ready for the weather. So they are wearing
Não trava.
cozy clothes and they're wind resistant, which means that while the player will be challenged by the
Ah, abriu,
wind,
abriu.
iceologers
Move volt abriu. Move
these are
volt. Calma
new
aí.
mobs called the wind callers, and that's a Ravager coming for the first time to Minecraft Dungeons. That's another Minecraft mob that we get to welcome. They're quite sturdy.
What do the wind colors do?
Right, the wind callers spawn
Ah, eu vou votar no
right
Iceologer.
under the player, and they push the player up, so the player gets fall damage.
Okay.
It's very important to deal with them quick or run away because they're gonna be painful to combat
Legal.
otherwise.
Well, they're doing a pretty good job against these wind colors.
Yes, our adventurers are strong.
Okay.
Ooh.
3 Ravagers.
Yeah, that's gonna be an interesting one. But so far, I can see that all the consoles are working very neatly together. We're super
Não pode mandar
happy
link,
about that.
desculpa, esqueleto
Things are
gigante.
progressing very
Salve.
nicely, and we hope everyone can
Salve,
soon
esqueleto gigante.
play together. Oh, that was an iceologer. I wanted to say, like, that's my favorite mob, but you know, it went too fast.
around too long.
Yes.
Alright, we're leading up to this big Ravager battle.
Aquele Ravager tá meio vermelho, né?
But
Meio
I think
vermelho.
we can
Vermelho
let
demais.
our adventurers deal with
Oh,
the
não.
Ravagers.
Not very well.
No. Yeah.
So, with all of this, you also have a new game mode coming.
Yeah,
Mod
the
de
game
jogo?
mode is coming very, very soon, and it's gonna be for all the players.
É
for free,
criativo?
And that's called Apocalypse Plus, which means that we're
Hmm.
making the game just, you know, harder a bit at a time. Yeah.
When you
we're
call
excited.
something apocalypse, it sounds very hard.
Yeah, and Apocalypse Plus means that it gets even harder.
Ah, Apocalipse
hopefully
mais.
players get to find new challenges, and we found different ways to tweak the balance so the challenge is different every time.
But, okay, that's a lot of stuff. You're working on even more new things for Dungeons.
We're working on a ton of stuff. I feel we've been so busy, it's crazy. But
gatinho.
yeah, we have today a little video with a lot of work in progress. Work in progress, though.
Very
Tem gato.
Yes. But
Gato.
yeah, I think we should look at the video.
Wait, that's my
Tiana. Vídeo? Puzzle. Ah, eu conheço esse lugar. É o Nether. Nether. Eu não tenho muito a falar nessa parte aqui, que eu não jogo Minecraft Dungeons. Nem Minecraft Earth. Baiacu. Mas calma aí, ele tá embaixo d'água. Cadê as bolhas d'água do Sonic? Vai morrer. Ah, eu conheço essa parte. Chama o... End.
One of my favorite things we do at Mojang Studios is Minecraft Education Edition. Students around the world are able to learn in exciting and interactive ways using the game as a learning-based platform.
Ah, o bonequinho do Education Edition, o bonequinho de programação.
Are able to collaborate, learn, and share together. Minecraft has always been a way to connect people, and we've seen that now more than ever with Minecraft Education Edition being used in remote learning. When you're in the game, you don't have to feel so far away from your classmates. From creating graduation ceremonies in Japan, to creating first date orientations for American universities, to teachers doing virtual meetups. We've seen students and teachers using the game in incredible ways. Today, we're launching our first ever Minecraft Education Edition Global Challenge for students around the world to build a better world with us.
Desafio global para construir melhor mundo.
Over the past few months,
melhor.
We've seen wildlife roam through cities while humans stayed inside. Without cruise ships and ferries around, dolphins visited the port of Cagliari.
O mundo está se curando,
And wild boar roamed the streets of Barcelona. But what if animals could share space with humans all the time? Today, we're kicking off the first ever Minecraft Education Global Build Championship and asking students around the world to design and build healthy spaces for humans and animals to coexist together.
Mundo de humanos e animais ao mesmo tempo.
Hey, I'm Ayana. I'm a developer in the Minecraft team. If I were to participate in the Global Build Challenge, I'd build a series of underwater tubes so we can transport things without disturbing the aquatic life.
Hello everyone, I'm OMG Chad, and if I were
Esse é o cara que apresenta aquela coisa.
I would make a house with a habitat for my cats on top, and I would call it a habitat.
どうもこんにちは、カーモンです。僕だったら日本っぽい建築で勝負したい。
The Sky. Cell.
Nosotros somos los hermanos Leo, y si estuviéramos participando en la dinámica mundial de Minecraft, construiríamos unas viviendas camufladas con la vegetación del entorno para que los animales no se espanten. ¡Participa!
Design and build your own solution in Minecraft Education Edition. For the chance to win Minecoins, awesome
Minecoins eu gosto.
and a video chat with
Por que existem Minecoins?
The championship opens today.
Tá bom, se você tem... Se a escola tem isso, vai lá, né, gente?
You can register today and download the Championship World Template. We can't wait to see your amazing ideas, and Jens and I can't wait to see the winner on video chat. We get the awesome prize of chatting with you no matter who wins. For those of you who don't have
por vídeo
edition,
com eles.
we have something for you too. Our education team has already added amazing free lessons to Minecraft Marketplace. We've also been working with some amazing educators on a new series about diversity and inclusion coming this fall.
Hi, Minecraft Live. I'm Kenneth Shelton, and along with my fellow educators, Felisa Ford and Natasha Rochelle, we've been building a series of Minecraft lessons that will help people explore topics of social justice, equity, identity, and tolerance.
Minecraft X. Legal que a gente foi de Super Smash Bros. Ultimate X Minecraft para Minecraft X Justiça Social. Legal. Desculpa, que a educação é menos interessante, dá menos view.
Equal education for girls, to the civil rights movement of 1960s America, to the women's suffragette movement, and more. We can't wait to share these important lessons with the Minecraft community.
I'm looking forward to playing through the Good Trouble lessons myself. Together with the Minecraft community, we commemorated Juneteenth with contributions to the Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation, Equal Justice Initiative, and the NAACP Legal Defense Fund. We're proud to continue supporting organizations that fight for equity and equality in the world by making an additional donation today to the NAACP
Eles vão doar de novo, que legal.
This brings our 2020 contributions to over $2 million.
$2 milhões,
We continue to look within our company, our products, and ourselves for how we can help create a more inclusive world.
Mundo inclusivo. Jeb?
Now it's time for a brand new segment of our show. You may have missed our next guest during the Minecraft update segment, but not to worry. You're about to get some dedicated time with the one and only Jeb. Hello. It was very
Eu não chorei quando eles fizeram o Cave Update, mas Jeb! Eu gosto do Jeb.
It's a little bit different this year since
Jeb é legal.
we always want the ones that are actually working on the features of the games to be the ones to get to talk about them, because we feel that it gets more genuine in that way.
So what are you working on then?
Yeah, that's a good question. No,
Eles estão falando dos seus jogos de tabuleiro.
Spend a lot of time with Vanilla and Agnes and the team, but I now work with all our projects, all our games, and like the board games and
jogos de tabuleiro.
Developers and designers.
Deviam chamar o James pra falar disso. Eles estão vertendo tudo.
Make them fit together, but honestly,
O James queria falar dos seus jogos de tabuleiro.
Actually, quite an easy job.
Sim, eu confundi eles mais cedo.
To help everyone, both in Stockholm and in Redmond, I wrote a book, Minecraft game design book.
Are you trying to sell that to everyone in the audience watching?
No, this is only for Mojang Studios employees. It contains a lot of secrets. It was helpful when the team grew to kind of explain my thoughts and ideas about Minecraft. And for Vanilla in particular, there are some guiding principles that are going to help us continue updating the game for many years to come.
But you did decide to share some today, so people can kind of see what's in the Jeb game design book.
Absolutely. So one of these guiding principles is
Ele fez livro sobre como fazer jogos, o game design dele. Porque o Jeb é o cara que fez as coisas depois do launch sair, um pouco antes. Bem antes. Ele fez coisas.
You trigger one TNT, and of course that causes a big explosion. But at the core, the interaction is always one block at a time, and it's not only important for the way you play the game, but it's also if you play together with someone. Let's say you're building a house or something, then I will be able to observe what you're doing and quickly understand where you're going, and then I can help you, and every block counts. If you would just copy paste or make templates and such, then it would be a little bit harder to collaborate. And also Minecraft is a lot about the journey to create your massive castle.
Não pode copiar e colar, porque aí não dá pra colaborar, não dá pra fazer a jornada para construir as coisas, realmente. Bloco de cada vez, como ele diz.
你会加入更多天气或者自然灾害到我的世界里吗？像是暴风雪或者是大
Desastres naturais.
我的世界的中国玩家大家好，感谢你的提问。
Wow, yes.
Yes, the Chinese community inspired me to try to take on a new language, but I have a long way to go.
Eu tô confuso. Jeb e James é o
About the
duas
question,
diferentes.
if we're going to add things like natural disasters, that kind of contradicts one of our other guiding principles, that bad things happen.
Eu tô muito confuso. Eu achei que o James fosse outra pessoa que o Jeb. Eu tô muito confuso. Eu vou calar a boca. Eu tô bravo. Eu não sei mais. Jeb e James são a mesma pessoa. Eu confundi tudo.
Such as when a creeper explodes. So whenever something bad happens, we want to make sure that the players are either actively taking part of that or have a way to prevent it from happening. And an earthquake or a tornado.
João Gabriel tá voltando pra tá esperando o Mubon chegar, salve João Gabriel.
Well, there's definitely a few I can think of that maybe fall outside of this principle.
There are still a few cases like Enderman can grab a block and maybe get some redstone, or you can have an unlucky wolf running into your sheep garden. But there's also the worst thing is of course lightning strikes that can set your whole house on fire. But I'm hoping that Agnes and the team may have a plan for that.
Exciting. So what's the
Confundi
last
tudo, eu tô
feature
bravo
you
por confundir
were active in
por
developing?
achar que Jab não é James.
Yes, the
Eu
last
também fiquei me culpando porque
feature I
eu
did was,
errei antes, mas tava certo.
I thought that was a very important part of the Nether update and wanted to help where I can. I don't want to. Since I'm working with
Tinha
so many different
estranhado,
projects now, I
eu
don't
sou
want to do
mesmo.
something halfways and then kind of leave it to the team to fix my bugs. So I try to be a little bit hands-off. But recently I've of course also been working a little bit on making combat test snapshots.
That leads us to another
Você
community
quer
question.
dar cadeira boa pro gato e eu tô na cadeira
I'm
ruim?
Dante DM, and I would love to know
Ah, Dante
what
DM é o
kind of
cara que fica aparecendo no meu chat.
made to Minecraft Java Edition.
Yes, and that's an excellent question. We currently have a problem that on the two different
O problema é que tem duas
editions of
versões
the game,
diferentes de
there are
Minecraft.
different combat mechanics or combat systems.
Tem duas mecânicas
that's
diferentes
bad
de
both for
combate.
us as designers that have to take both systems into account, but also bad for the community that wants to have the same experience. So the main objective is to reach parity. But I still want to make sure that we make a system that is kind of fits with the building and that doesn't distract too much from building. But
Sistema que
still
encaixe
gives
com a
us this
construção
depth that allows us to
versão.
design interesting behaviors. Also, I want to make sure that it works good in both player versus environment. That means adventuring and players versus player. And I want to make sure that it feels good playing both with mouse and
Jogador versus
keyboard.
jogador,
And
jogador versus
controller,
monstro, tem os dois, tem que ser bom pros dois.
frequently pressing the trigger,
Senão dá ruim.
and we also want to improve touch.
Dá pra me ouvir melhor assim? Assim.
So
Teste.
It's a lot to do.
But you said you weren't working on feature development, but
Yeah,
then
it's
you
true.
are working on combat.
Yes, I mean, of course, it's a little bit.
Salve Pedro Hack 007, que tá aqui no chat falando coisas muito malvadas. Não vou permitir.
But in this case, I also felt that this was an area where I could help.
Ele nunca faria isso.
The team, so they could focus on
Derrubou o cookie.
content updates. But at some point in the future, I will, of course, dump this on the team.
Okay, so exactly what you said you don't want to do.
Yes, and they will have to carry it over the finish line.
Nice. Now, speaking of combat, we just had a really cool announcement about Alex and Steve coming to Super Smash Brothers.
Yes, and that is so amazing. And just like I said, like my job gets easier because everyone's so talented. And just in this case, Sakurai-san and his team they really understand Minecraft and have made an absolutely
Tô falando
amazing.
de como o Steve e Alex são no Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. O trabalho dele ficou mais fácil por causa do Sakurai-san.
マインクラフトライブをご覧の皆さん、こんにちは。大乱闘スマッシュブラザーズディレクター。
Eu vi esse cara mais cedo na minha última live.
スマブラにマインクラフトのダウンロードコンテンツが導入されます。スティーブやアレックスが参戦することが決定し、マインクラフトライブ前に特別放送をお届けしたのですが、見ていただけたでしょうか。もしまだの方はぜひご覧ください。スマブラであることを忘れるぐらい、マインクラフトのスピンオフとしても相当にすごい踏み込んだ表現を行っています。発売までもう少しだけお時間いただきます。スティーブがマリオと戦う。アレックスがピカチュウと戦う。ゾンビやエンダーマンをアクションゲームで操作できる。リンクやカービィやソニックやロックマンやクラウドやリュウなど有名キャラクターとの共演が楽しめます。そして私も、マインクラフトファンの一人です。
Grande fã de Minecraft. Sakurai. Eu já fiz uma live assistindo isso, mais cedo. Eu tive um almoço bem ruim. Porque teve um pre-show, teve que acelerar as coisas.
But it has been so much fun to work on.
Yeah, it's amazing to see the community reaction.
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna
Salve
switch
pra
gears here. You have a sort of famous saying within the office.
Tio
which is,
Sans.
The world would be a better place if
Eu chamo você
everyone
de
played
Tio Sans. Você é o cara que estava aqui ontem?
And why do you think that?
Yeah, I suppose the quote has kind of gotten a life of its own.
It definitely has.
But yes, I think Minecraft.
Calma, eu não fiz uma coisa. Não, isso eu não fiz uma coisa.
Creativity and
eu não quero ter feito uma coisa.
And collaborate, but also teaches them things like geometry, languages, and.
Ele tá feliz que Minecraft Education existe. Minecraft Education existe. Minecraft Education Edition existe. Ele tá feliz sobre isso.
Thanks. I mean, I think I feel so privileged to work on Minecraft because of all the amazing things that people do with it, from Education Edition, and something I'm extremely passionate about is Block by Block, which is our partnership with UN Habitat, and it's really helping people reimagine their public space and then have it built.
As pessoas veem seu espaço público e fazer ele ser construído de novo.
Well, before the area felt very cold and unsafe. Basically, it was
O lugar era ruim, eles reconstruíram tudo.
Block by Block is a program created by Mojang and UN Habitat where we use Minecraft to help community members redesign their neighborhoods. Kosovo has been impacted by years of conflict, and in those situations we often see communities
Mojang foi lá mesmo.
It was a really cool project because even the little kids like me could help out with make the city a better place.
They got to use Minecraft to sketch and try different solutions about how the space could be improved.
It was very fun because you felt like to be able to help the city while just playing.
After that, the ideas were presented to local architects and city planners, and later that year, construction started.
It's been 5 years since
apresentaram o que eles deram no Minecraft para os planejadores da cidade, eles fizeram. Quero uns prêmios, quero tudo ótimo. Parabéns.
It seemed kind of unbelievable that this was made with Minecraft. So seeing my own idea as a kid, changing a whole area in my city, it was very special to me. It's unbelievable that
como criança eles fizeram uma grande mudança na sua área, usando Minecraft.
Final decision makers have changed their perspective because maybe they realize that we can make a change.
In a democracy, you want the people who live in that community to be asked about what's going to happen in that community. So this is a perfect example. The community was asked, the community decided, the community designed, and the community is using it.
I'm probably going to be like really happy and be like, hey friends, I made this. I walk here almost every day, and every time I see it, and I see a lot of people spending time here, it's a very gratifying.
Coisa tá torta.
I just hope it will become real as soon as possible. So the reaction of
não faz sentido, porque eu tô reto e a câmera tá torta. E a câmera tá reta ao mesmo tempo. A câmera tá reta.
It is possible to change the world and make us united.
Like I was being heard, and being heard and listened to is one of the best feelings that you could feel.
I actually was able to go to Kosovo at the start of that project, and it's just amazing to see the transformation using Minecraft.
Sim. Ela ficou feliz de ver a transformação do lugar.
It's amazing.
Incrível.
Jens, you must have seen a lot of amazing things because you're about to hit your 10-year anniversary at Mojang Studios in like 2 or 3 months.
Yes, it's true. Yeah, it has been an amazing journey these 10 years.
Em apenas alguns meses, é verdade.
I have had so much fun working on Minecraft, but of course I'm also a Minecraft player, and we're all like with the community, and in the end, it's really the players and the community that gives everything its purpose.
É legal que a comunidade pode fazer essas
from myself as part of the community, I just want to say, like, thank you for the 10 years and all that you've done for Minecraft. It's made a huge difference in my life, and I think many people watching right now.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jens. Last year at Live, we announced the Nether update. Maybe since then you've been wondering about what it would be like to attend a Nether ballet. Wonder no more. Our friends at Element Animation will dance us through
Legal, Element Animation e tudo, mas quem perguntou, né, balé do Nether? Quem pediu? Quem pediu? Tá bom. Tirando isso, está ótimo. Isso é ótimo. Eles são uma prova de fogo.
The results of the first round of voting are in.
Eu votei.
The round which determined which mobs
Vamos lá, vamos ver se o Bloom pode ganhar.
No hope of making it into the final round. And it was intense. But sadly, let's all say a fond farewell to the poor Moo Bloom. Then forget it ever existed, because it's time to vote again. We are now down to the Isolager and the Glow Squid. And in the first round, they were quite close. I'm quite interested to see where
eu vou ir no Isolager de novo, deixa eu ver se já colocaram a votação rápida dessa vez.
Make sure you get in on this one. It determines which one of these two makes it into Minecraft. I know who I'll be voting for. The final voting poll is live now. This is your chance to have
agora?
What goes into Minecraft.
Ah,
so
não.
Don't leave yourself out. Log
não
into
tá.
Twitter and go vote.
Tentando votar até agora, não tá aparecendo. Não tem.
Hello, I'm Quinn, head of the Marketplace Partner Program, and I'm joined by two of my favorite people.
Eu vou votar no Isolager, sim, sempre pra Gabriel Jesus.
I'm from the Creator Assistance team, and what we do is create tools for our creator community. And some of them are very visible, and we're going to talk about them later. Some others are more behind the scenes, and that help our creators make content that is more efficient and reliable, like the schedule command that is coming out soon.
Okay. I'm Jason. I'm a developer in the engine team, and we've been responsible for a lot of the modding type capabilities that have come to Bedrock over the last couple of years.
That's super cool.
Ele faz as coisas do Bedrock.
Help make creator tools for all of our incredible marketplace partners all around the world to help make content.
Não tem a votação ainda. Não! Marketplace é um negócio, realmente.
A team of 3 making content for the marketplace and Minecraft Education Edition.
Vírus é um nome bem estranho pra colocar, fala 3D logo. É menos ruim o nome.
Lots of marketplace content, and I've been making tutorials for the last 7 years to teach others how to make their own Minecraft skins.
Mas se eles fizerem a própria skin, como é que eles vão vender elas no marketplace por dinheiro de verdade?
My name is Mark from Kubo Studios, and we are 15
Kubo
here in the
Studios.
Philippines.
Hi, I'm Tian from Evergreen Games, and we are 38 people working here in England.
Ah, achei que fosse ali nesse campo. Ainda sem poder votar.
And we hope you like our stuff on the marketplace.
Hey everyone, I cannot believe I'm part of Minecraft Live this year. My name is Yasser, aka StarkTMA from MC Texels, and we are super excited about the new updates.
Yasser, no caso. Porco gigante!
Eu sou o Gabriel, o diretor da Ilha Studios, e a gente tem cerca de 5 participantes na nossa
Eu vou falar a verdade, me disse se não seria... É muito brasileiro fazer um negócio porco gigante comparado ao resto. O cara fez o chicken block e o cara fez o porco gigante. Então, Luciane Florella Freitas. Espero que goste do canal.
And the best part is all these features can be used by all creators. So what do you have to show us today?
Yeah, so for the last couple of years,
o Stream Elements está carregando há 20 minutos.
So this time we've
Stream Elements, essa foi ótima piada, agora funciona.
So as part of that, I made a
eu tenho que permitir ele fazer as coisas na minha conta, sempre vou fazer login, é incrível.
So over the summer, everyone in Mojang Studios was given tomato seeds to try and grow a tomato plant at home. So I thought that was kind of perfect inspiration to go make a crop. So you can interact and place the seeds.
Isso é tomate?
They're kind of growing. You got a couple.
Eu não acredito nisso. Ele estava mandando fazer login depois de fazer login.
So in this case, I've made them work like the sweet berry bush, where you can just right-click on them. But I think tomatoes taste disgusting, so I thought it was better to make them as something you can throw. So Conan and I had some fun. We were throwing them around. It's harmless, or sort of harmless.
Yeah, totally harmless.
Yeah.
He knocked me in the lava.
It was mostly by accident. But tomatoes will actually rot on the vine as well, and if they rot for too long, you get a little rotten tomato monster that can spawn from it. So I gotta fight him off here. But yeah, he throws rotten tomatoes. They don't fly as far as a regular tomato, but they knock you back a lot more. But kind of
não vão tão longe, mas você vai mais longe.
Maybe aren't the best idea. So I'm gonna get rid of all my plants and never grow them again.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Eles fizeram um mod de tomate, mas é um mod que você tem que pagar dinheiro de verdade. Tipo, eles proíbem os outros de fazer. A Mojang pode, vocês não podem.
So like, I think crops are a great example of showing off how they all can kind of come together, because you get the items that you can get there. Normally you would eat the item, but or you can make projectiles. But they also have the ability to get events that are fired from things like a tick event. So as that event is fired, you can make the block run through multiple stages of growth, and eventually get it going. Like you can choose like what loot spawns at various stages of growth and stuff like that.
Yeah, I thought it was really cool how you could like interact with them like a normal berry bush. Yeah. But then get the tomato out.
Yeah, it's just another it's an interactive event that you can key into.
Yeah, and then there's a tomato monster there at the end too.
Yeah, I call him Tomo.
Little Tomo, it's so cute. It's not even scary, but yeah, it's an example of what you can do with them combining events and commands. That's one of the features that our creators have requested for so long, just having commands to be able to run them when something happens. So now, instead of also in
marketplace.
With actors, you can also do it with blocks and items. In this case,
é tipo mod, só que você tem que pagar e é a única forma de ter mod.
That crop and also summon a tomato monster, a Tomo monster.
Yes. Well, that's really cool because like I can totally see creators like using all of those.
Calma, como assim baniu?
Like really cool like adventures maps.
Yeah. Like for example, the little adventure that we can show you, where we were going to the desert, and then we found this mysterious golden
quem? Não sei quem você quer
an equally mysterious pedestal in the middle of the desert. So we decided to place our golden skull over there and see what happened.
Você vai pra Rio Dam Power Paranoico, você vai pra...
We have a mountain.
Eita, meu Deus! Sem spam, galera.
We went exploring, and obviously we found some creepy monsters inside. Luckily, we have our trusty custom sword to fight
aviso de aracnofobia, por favor.
I'm not sure we even survived that.
Yeah, that doesn't seem very safe.
No, not at all.
But that pedestal, I know that's one of the most requested features, block models.
Yeah, so I'm super excited that we finally be able to get block models in. It's something we've been wanting to do for years, and we're finally able to work on them and get them in. So we've got it working with using the same formats that we've been using for the entities, so the same tools that people have been using to build custom mobs, they can use to build the blocks with.
Oh, that's cool. So you don't have to like.
Outra coisa, eu quero mandar um salve especial para Antônio Flávio, Luiz CH e Murilo Top 2, que se inscreveram no canal. Consigo ver uma lista aqui se vocês tiverem inscrições públicas.
Yes, it's an feature that we're calling item lock. I don't know if you found yourself sometimes just going through some
Calma,
content
isso
and
tem
you
quantos
have a special
inscritos?
item and then you die and you lose it, or maybe you drop it accidentally. Now we've made it so that creators can actually lock something on your inventory, so that when you die or you press Q, it won't go away. That way you don't lose your mysterious golden skull to unlock the next stage.
So nice.
I was gonna say that makes it super easy because I've definitely been.
Obrigado, gente.
I lost the key on accident.
Muito obrigado.
And then I had to go and try and fix that.
Yeah.
And then when you place the skull, there was a lot going on in the background.
Like there's
eu tô brincando porque fui eu que apaguei ele, tá sendo brincando. A brincadeira.
Creators with cameras. This one is just a small one where we just shake the screen. I don't know if you noticed that one. And then you can help players convey something like there's an earthquake going on, or maybe something is going to about to fall over you.
Eu tô falando de um monte de coisa técnica que agora vocês podem fazer no marketplace. Fazer coisa do marketplace.
Yes. The second one that we noticed there is structures. You can now place them using commands, whereas before you had to be using a structure block, which is more complicated and time consuming. Now you can do it much more easily. And as part of those commands, you can now animate the structure placement. For those that noticed, like the mountain was opening and that was just a structure animating. We provide a couple of effects. One is just like a 3D printing animation and the other one is layer by layer. And yeah, you can combine them to just achieve very cool effects.
Yeah, I can see like creators, using those to add just another level of polish to their world.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And then I recognize the scorpions.
Polido.
Yeah, well, the desert theme, it felt appropriate to bring them back. They've always been one of my personal favorite custom mobs that I've ever built.
Yeah, well, after watching that video for so long, I ended up having a nightmare about having to rescue my mom from some aliens riding.
Não é muito interessante isso aí não, gente. Fala a verdade.
Sorry, that was not the intention.
Verdade. Vocês.
Well, speaking of aliens, I know our team put together a really cool sci-fi parkour map that they made you run through, Jason.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they knew this when they asked me to run through it, but I'm pretty awful at parkour. So it took a few tries to get a clean run through. But at the beginning here, it's a pretty typical sort of parkour map of running and jumping. But we definitely have some twists up ahead. And here's kind of the first one of, even I know I can't make that jump. So let's see what's in the chest. And we got a Sliminator. So I'm pretty sure they know what to do here. So now, hopefully, I will jump and be able to clear.
A gente sabe que tudo isso faz parte do jogo, né? Só que não, você tem que pagar dinheiro.
Teleport to the next section,
Mais.
gotta make it along and see what next obstacle we have. So now I know the chests have useful things in them. So we got a Blockinator, and we'll throw that across and get a little platform. Now I can make this jump. Even I can make that jump. And we got the hot dog, or the cyber dog. And float up, but it poisoned me, so I needed to use the antidote to rescue me there. Make across and get through here. Now we got a wall in the way, so let's see what tool we have to get through the wall. And insta presto, and get through here. Keep going along.
Mapa bem feito, parece até uma coisa que dá pra fazer com cor de recursos sem ter que pagar.
But I can't quite get to it.
Minecraft
The shaft up above looks promising, along with the ladder. Let's go up and see what we get here. Fall down, and block breaks. I can get to the teleporter. And Fanny's already there.
You made
of course. Yeah, finally.
Wow, that's
86
cool.
times.
I love the aesthetic of that too as well, like all the art and things. So those teleport blocks, those seem like a really cool way to add like another level of immersion to the worlds you're creating.
Yeah, with data-driven items, some blocks
Todo modo aventura que não tem,
you can act on. Like for example, in the case of the teleporters, you can step on it and then an event would trigger, and you can react in so many ways. You can add particles, or in this case, for example, you run a series of commands that just teleport you to the next area.
That's awesome. And I love the Sliminator, the Blockinator, and the Magic Wand. I've never seen items do that before.
Yeah, so that's another example of how combining the same tools you can achieve so many different effects. For example,
Eu tô aqui ainda.
Sliminator was just using the event and the replace and the fill command, right, to replace the blocks at the bottom with the slimes. Then the next one, we have the wand, and that one is just replacing blocks with air. And then we also have the blockinator, which allowed you to walk by placing some blocks, replacing air with blocks. So it's by combining events and the same command in different ways, which is so many cool effects.
Yeah, so just small little simple things you can combine in lots of different ways. Yeah, get a wide variety of results.
And even the blockinator allows you to make that jump.
Yes.
And then I also saw that there was messing with mob effects too as well.
Yeah, so we've had an example of custom food in there, but in addition to just satisfying hunger like a food normally does, you can add and remove mob effects. So we had the cyber dog that gave 3 effects: the levitation, nausea, and poison. And then we had the antidote that would actually only remove 2 of them. So unlike a bucket of milk that removes all mob effects, you can make things that remove very specific things.
Yeah, and it seemed like you got, after you use that, or after you use the magic wand to get to that wall, it seemed like you were stuck, but there was something else that was going on there.
Oh yeah, so there is the block that was in my way. So we made it so that another one of these events, similar to the on step on, is we also have an on fall on. So in this case, it was just an on fall on, and you can set what distance you want the event to trigger. So you have to fall at least 10 blocks or something like that. And when you land on it, we then break the block, similar to what, like the tomato plant and other things that we saw earlier.
Yeah, and it seemed like it took you quite a few tries to make it through, but Danny was able to do it first try.
Yes, unlike others, 86 times. Yeah. And one new feature that we have is that on raw text, you'll be able to show the names of the players that are of interest at that moment, and also show a
score. Valhalla vai ter provavelmente semana que vem. Valhalla semana que vem, provavelmente, que eu me entendo.
Well, thank you both for coming onto the stage and talking a little bit about these creator tools and new features that are coming out. And
Valhalla a gente vai jogar semana que vem na sexta às 3 da tarde.
New thing coming out later this year for all Minecraft players.
Remember, GDL will not be held responsible in the event of a likely death.
Não pode falar morte. Droga é essa?
Your descent will begin in 3, 2,
Legendas.
1.
Não. Ah, e Minecraft Edition também. Mais update, quer ver? Tá na hora. Mapa legal, se parece que eu vi isso em algum lugar antes.
The first set of features for the caves were awesome. It's time for even more awesomeness. Agnes and Nir from the Vanilla Minecraft gameplay team are here to tell us what else is coming to the Caves and the Cliffs update. Hello, welcome. Hello.
Hey.
How does it feel?
It's so amazing. It's so awesome to finally be able to share that with everyone.
Yes, it feels great, and we have looked a bit at tweets during the break. And
we have some more tweets.
We have more tweets.
Yes.
Wireless redstone.
Oh yeah, yes. There will be so many cool things you can build with that, and the warden. It's amazing to see all the excitement.
It's so cool.
Não tem nada pra falar ainda.
Mir, you recently joined the Mojang Studios team.
Yes, I joined this year, but honestly, I'm not completely sure how that happened.
Twitter é ruim, mas não é pior que o TikTok.
I'm not really sure how I'm here in Minecraft Live, because just last year I was home.
Eu tenho Twitter só pra... Eu não falo, eu falo no Twitter. O que eu posso falar de bem sobre mim? Eu não uso muito o Twitter.
I got to work on some of those things.
Ah, calma, votação.
It's fairly incredible. But yeah, I've been
Vamos lá, agora dá pra votar, né? Por favor.
For a few years now, and more recently, I've actually worked with this non-profit organization called Games for Peace, which is an amazing organization which basically uses games to promote peace. Like he takes areas of conflict all around the world.
Ok, mais 6 minutos pra votar, ok. Votei, I saw Allergy, desculpa aí. Ah, Glowsquid ganhou, tá bom.
Minecraft is what helps them connect
and
get to know each other and creates friendships, right?
O Squid tá
It
ganhando.
was amazing being
Minecraft ajuda os outros a conversarem, fazer
Sometimes I
amizades.
feel like, oh, I know
É, como é que você acha que eu tenho esse canal com
all the
280 e
Minecraft,
poucos
and then you
inscritos?
described that to Agnes and I, and we both were like, we've never heard that, and it's so cool.
It's beautiful.
Absolutely
It's amazing.
beautiful. So in this update, you've been really looking at like filling out the caves even more.
Yes, so there are even more things to show. And in the things we showed so far, it's a lot about like improving the journey underground.
Mhm.
But of course, we also want to add like new things to find, like new resources. And one of them are crystals.
Cristais? Ametista? Vai ser só cristais o nome, né? Esse vai ser o som que eles vão fazer nos blocos de nota?
They're so beautiful.
Yes, the moment you turn the corner and you see that glowing thing, that's so, it's incredible.
É um geodo. É um geodo tamanho maior que 3 humanos. Eu acertei!
They're so pretty. And
Eu acertei!
thinking a lot about
Era um
like,
geodo.
what is the purpose for crystals in Minecraft? And one thing is like they should have a
Propósito.
use, and we will talk more about one of the usages soon. The other thing is a lot about just adding a lot to the experience of exploring. And we want them to be quite rare, so when you find them, it's really gonna be like magical, because they're just beautiful. And you know, when you walk on the crystals, you hear these sounds.
Yeah, it's just, we talked before about the
Som de
pillar
cristal.
of underground of Marvel. I feel they're just the
Tem que
perfect
almoçar
pillar
daqui a
for that
pouco.
sort of pillar, right?
But you can't just take them with you.
Right, so you can break the crystal plant we saw in the video, but they actually grow from a very special block. And that block is unobtainable. It's sort of like you think about spawners, right? You cannot just take it and put it in your base. It makes you go and build farms all around your world. And that also encourages you to create tunnels between them and find out ways of transferring those items from place to place. And I just love those sort of
Não
features
dá
that
pra
really
mover os
encourage
cristal.
other, gameplay in the game.
As an explorer myself,
Os geodos não
I'm
são
very
movíveis,
excited
nossa.
about finding all of these.
Nossa, eu não vou
And
odiar
you
isso.
mentioned a usefulness to them.
Yeah.
Mas eu amei.
So, from those crystal plants, you get crystal shards.
Planta de cristal.
And you can actually use them to craft a telescope.
Telescópio? Isso parece coisa do Creation Edition, tem certeza disso? Ah, é o botão C. Slab vertical. Não joga fora.
That is amazing.
It's such a useful
Mas
item.
aquilo era uma slab vertical, escada vertical no
One
caso?
thing is that, so yes, you use the crystal shards to craft them, but you also need something more, and that's also a new thing that we added.
É ouro 2? Minério, 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 minério. Qual a palavra? Cobre. Cobre. Cobre é meio feio. Fica bom em conjunto, mas separado fica meio feio. Cobre. Cobre.
It's copper.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Cobre.
New ore.
Ele cobre mesmo.
You saw the copper
Gatinho.
ore in the video, and a very interesting thing with the copper ore is that it generates in a different way. So normal ores often generate like an ore blob, but copper is different. So imagine that you are out mining and you see copper ore. So like, okay, I'm gonna mine the copper, and then you see some stone. It's like, they look a bit different. So you continue to mine, and then you find another copper ore, and you probably go like, okay, I think I found a copper vein. So we're actually adding ore veins to Minecraft, and like they really add so much to mining. It gets so interesting because it's kind of like following.
Não tinha veia de carvão antes, era só uns grupinhos antes. Grupinho não conta como veia. Então, maiores veias de
That's
carvão.
amazing, and
Ve-
you've personally
carvão.
wanted copper in the
Maiores
game.
grupos de blocos.
Since you start, maybe
Antes era só grupinho, então.
mentioned it once or twice.
Well, maybe a few times. But yes, so I think I got inspired by the pretty copper roofs in Stockholm. on, and they are all green because we have so many like old buildings here, and we've actually added that mechanic to Minecraft as well. So, you know, if you place a copper block, it will first be orange, but after a while, a pretty long time, it will turn green, and it's something I think it's so cool because it actually adds history to Minecraft. Because, for example, if you have a really old Minecraft world, then you can see on like a house and like, oh, the roof turned all green, and then you know that that house has been there for a really long time.
Sem palavras. Quando o cobre fica mais velho, ele muda de cor. Sem palavras.
And copper won't only be used for the telescope. We actually have another really cool
Outro
thing
item.
that you'll be able to craft with it.
Yeah. So, Jens talked a bit before about these design principles that we have in Minecraft, and one of them is that if something bad happens, the player either caused it or it has a way to sort of avoid it. And one of those exceptions, for example, is lightning striking. Now, some people like to build wooden roofs.
E aí, Scar?
Eles acabaram de anunciar cobre no Minecraft. Oi.
Looking at me.
Só vim dar um oi mesmo.
Quê? Ah, oi.
Oi, só vim dar oi. Já? Tem um bom dia.
Ah, já vai embora? Tá bom. Tchau.
Yeah, so to try to help the players with that, we are introducing the lightning rod.
Calma, não, eles não... Isso faz uma coisa ou isso faz outra? Isso vai atrair raio ou vai afastar raio? Vai atrair raio, né? Sabia. Legal. E o teste já tá azul. Ficou bonito. Mas aí é a mesma coisa que... Esqueci o nome. Não, comida com cheiro bom. Queria poder comer.
Even personally, I had this peaceful game that I played with my partner, and it wasn't peaceful. And we went out and we were like looking at animals.
Hi, I'm another princess.
And we came back, and
but the live stream is in Portuguese.
Gone. And I was quite confused because I consider myself to be someone who knows a bit about Minecraft, and there are no creepers, there are no endermen. So what happened? We figured that probably a lightning strike hit and burned down the house. And we were quite traumatized because we were not prepared for this. So I think this lightning rod is really good.
Traumatizou ele porque a casa de... A casa dele foi queimada por um raio e agora ele ficou meio traumatizado. Porque ele tá jogando com um amigo dele. Porque ele não estava preparado para isso. Inventário? Não, eles não vão fazer. Eles não vão fazer. Eles vão fazer. Eles vão fazer mochila. Estão falando de problemas de inventário.
We actually have an item in this update that will be really helpful, and it's the bundles.
É uma mochilete. É uma mochilete. Uma mochilitinha. Mochilita. E depende do tamanho das coisas também. É uma mochilita. É uma super mochilita. É uma mochilitona.
Bundles.
Yeah, this is awesome. It's such an elegant solution as well, and I love it. I think we spend a lot of time talking about the inventory problem, and I think one of the biggest takeaways there was that this is not actually one problem. It's constructed from...
Gente, vocês perderam. Eu acho que vocês não perderam agora. Estamos chegando na hora. Ou perderam, sei lá. Eles eram uma mochilinha agora. Você põe no update, agora você vai ter uma mochilinha que coloca um item e aparece ali dentro. Mochilinha.
every time you leave your base to go exploring somewhere, your inventory keeps getting full of junk.
Mas o problema
this
de
lot
lixo
just
no
has
inventário.
2 flowers. This lot has just 1 seed, right? And I think the bundles are really going to help with that problem.
Yes. So the thing with bundle is that you can place many different kinds of items in one bundle. So many different kinds of items in one inventory slot. So for example, I can take those 2 flowers and 1 seed and put them in one bundle. It's great.
And you can kind of use them like presents too.
Oh yes, I'm so excited about seeing what players do them in like shopping district, right? You can have the bundle of the day, which has a bunch of things with it, or you can have secret bundles, where you have 3 of them in a chest, but you get a random one.
Oh meu Deus, eu vou ter que fazer um tutorial pra isso. Fiquem ligados, se inscrevam, eu vou fazer um tutorial de loja usando esses bundles. Vai ser ótimo. Vai ser... Gente, se inscrevam, eu vou fazer um tutorial pra vocês sobre isso. Eu vou fazer um tutorial de loja com esses bundles. Aliás, o nome do update é Cavernas e... Como chama? Cliffs é... A montanha.
So my job is basically to get an abstract
ligado?
idea and
Ligado?
imagine how it would fit into the Minecraft universe and
É o
then
Cave
start
Update,
sketching
gente.
it. So once my sketch is finished, I send everything to the 3D artist that it's gonna model it and animate it to make it alive.
My job is to bring sketches to life and make them move in 3D space. To work with a game that has such a special look is amazing. It's a challenge, it's fun, it's sometimes frustrating, but it's very rewarding. I love it.
I make the pixel.
Faz uma animaçãozinha.
And usually when I create a block texture for a rock type, it's going to be a lot. Like I'm going to make 50 iterations of one block because I want to make it right. Every block is like a building block for people's imagination, right? So I
Cada bloco é um bloco de construção, realmente.
Each block
Pra
to make
a
sure
imaginação dos
people
outros.
can create what they want.
Caramba,
So
tem
I think
muito
my
bloco
favorite
novo
thing
nesse
about
update.
the Minecraft look is that it's very
Muito.
unexpected, very unconventional, and that's where like the special comes
Unconventional.
from.
Minecraft in terms of game art is special because it has such a unique look and it's very restricted. It has to be
O
3D
RGB.
pixel art, and we can only work within those boundaries. So we have to like think inside the box but also outside the box. I've been working on this exciting new mob. This new mob will be the cutest predator ever existed in Minecraft.
This update is incredible. Like people have been
Atualizou?
waiting for this for so long, and we're finally gonna do it.
I hope that the community is really, really happy about it. I hope they have a lot of new stuff to play with, and I hope that they're excited to see some concepts as well.
It's so lovely when you can think about all of the different jobs within game development. I love seeing the artists and developers, and we all, like across the show, there's so many different types of roles that people have.
Yeah,
Oh,
and it's really
saiu.
awesome to interact with all
Gato
those roles
saiu.
and have a lot of a back and forth. We're very open and measuring and getting ideas from all over the place. And specifically working with the art team is amazing as well. You sort of throw one idea to the air and he draws something and you're like, oh, what is that white thing in your drawing? I didn't even think about it. And it starts so many awesome ideas going. And we even integrated
falando
into
aqui de
our
arte.
prototype process. And actually, I think until I saw those sketches by the art team, I didn't really understand what archaeology in Minecraft even means.
Archaeology?
Arqueologia.
Yes, so we're actually adding a new system called the archaeology system.
Sistema de arqueologia.
In this system, you're basically going to find these excavation sites all throughout your world. And you can make this new tool called the brush that is going to help you uncover the mysteries of all these dig sites.
Campo de
So
escavação.
you come to one of these ancient structures and you can sort of use the brush to clear away some of the rubble that may have collapsed in those structures. And sometimes you might even
Slab
find
de-
something shiny inside.
Slab de cascalho, o bloco vai cair.
If you are not
Bloco,
careful enough,
slab que cai.
in your life, you can
Gente,
destroy
esperem
that
o tutorial pra
artifact.
slab que
And
cai.
when that artifact is gone, that artifact and all the secrets it held are gone forever. But if you're careful enough, if you take your time and you're deliberate, you can get some of those hidden artifacts. And for example, here we got a ceramic shard, which is basically how whoever lived here used to tell and pass on their stories.
I love the story side of the archaeology because we often talk about that we want to deepen the mystery in Minecraft, and when you find these
Azul.
artifacts, you kind of
Eles não sabem o que é as cores às vezes, né?
And We will never tell the full story, but these will inspire the players to tell their own stories about their own Minecraft worlds.
Exactly.
Onde é que vai ser isso? Parece que tá meio fora do contexto do jogo.
For example, here we see an exhibition that someone built for this, where he can compare all the different clues he finds, right, and try to preserve whatever was down here, and he can compare what we found with whatever new thing, and sort of try to connect the pieces, right? And here we see those pieces connected in the clay pot, actually trying to reconstruct them back. And you can create that however you like. You can create your own stories or try to guess how those pieces used to connect.
Yeah. It's also so fun to be very creative with these new pots because you can put the shards in any way you want.
Exactly, and when you're pleased with your creation, you can fire them up, and you have your own painted clay pot.
Pretty. So, Mir, is this programmer art still?
Yeah, the art we're seeing is still work in progress. But I personally...
A arte não é final, mas eles estão fazendo isso. Pote! Pote com história de arqueologia, e você faz arqueologia e você pega coisa. Tá.
Archaeology is amazing. I mean, the excavation site is so incredible.
Hey, there may be
so excited
some
about this. I've spent a lot of
OFC.
time about it, and
There's streams in Portuguese. I don't know if you like it.
Conversations with actual archaeologists from all around the world, and it's been, honestly, I sort of feel like I got so passionate about it myself that their passion sort of stuck to me, and it was so amazing to learn more about this, and I'm really excited to see where it goes from here.
And you have a dev dive.
Então, gente, lembrando, vai ter tutorial no canal pra loja usando os bundles, vai ter tutorial no canal pra loja, não, pra usando aqueles cascalho que é slab.
So we're gonna do a dev diary when we're actually gonna talk to those archaeologists, and actually we might even get to visit some interesting locations.
That's amazing. Well, it feels
falando do diário deles.
very sad, but we're almost out of time. But we've been
Quase sem
hinting at
tempo.
a new mob, like over the course of the show.
Só pararam
3 or
de falar.
4 times. So are you gonna tell us about it now, please?
Para do mob,
I'll
gente.
tell you. It's the cutest predator you will ever meet.
Predador mais fofo que eu vou conhecer. Axolote! Para de travar, eu quero ver o axolote. Cadê o axolote? Axolote! 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 Blocos estranhos também, mas axolote! Ah, eu gosto dos rosa, mas por que tem os cinza? Existe isso? Item bom do Minecraft contra Colossal Bucket, vamos lá!
Sound I can make after seeing that, which is like.
Axolote!
The axolotls.
How did you decide on axolotls?
So, when we add a new mob to Minecraft, we really wanted to have like its own unique character. We wanted to have purpose. And it's also a very good thing if it happens to be ugly cute.
Axolote!
And the axolotl is perfect. It has all of these things. Well, I guess on the ugly cuteness it might be quite a big emphasis on the cute side, but still. And we actually had a brainstorm in the team. So we were like, okay, we're gonna add guts, but we want to add another animal. And then one of the developers posted like a big picture of an axolotl, and we all went like, yes,
this right now.
It's like the definition of ugly cute. It's like made for Minecraft. And then we also found out that
Axolote,
axolotls
gente.
are endangered.
Axolote pra vida.
It's good to add endangered animals to Minecraft to create awareness around that. So that's also a good thing.
Like with the bees.
Yes, like with the bees last year, for example. But yeah, so
Axolote,
axolotls,
gente.
as you saw in the video, they live in the lush caves and they really add a lot of
Ah,
life
a
to the
câmera
lush
tava
caves.
torta,
And there's also a
assim.
bucket of axolotls.
Gente, não acredito. Axolote no balde!
That is just
Axolote, bebê!
But it's so cute.
Balde de
So
axolote.
you're walking around
Albino.
in the lush caves and you see some axolotls, then you can actually scoop them up in your bucket and take them with you. So maybe you build
Balde
a big aquarium
de
for them in your base, or
axolote,
maybe you bring them to
bebê.
an adventure.
Os axolotes se seguem. Oh, meu Deus, são cãezinhos. São lobos aquáticos.
And now I see why you're calling them the cutest predator you'll ever meet.
Exactly. So when you scoop them up in a bucket, you can actually create your own axolotl army, basically, and charge into the oceans with them, and they will help you fight various
Cãozinho aquático é axolote.
And they're actually quite useful when fighting guardians because they have this special ability that whenever they take damage, they sort of play dead, and when they're playing dead, no mob will actually attack them. So they have this time to regen back health and then jump back into the fight together with you. And if you learn how to cooperate with them really well, they might even heal you during the battle.
That is so cool. But okay, so you added these two mobs that are like as different as possible with the warden and the axolotl.
Yes. So this update is actually a lot about contrast, which is great because it creates
Eles
like
podem ficar
a
invisíveis.
their experience, which is so good. So we're like updating the highest heights of Minecraft with the mountains. We're updating like the deepest of the caves. We had this terrifying warden, the cutest axolotl, and also in the caves, like the lush caves are very light and welcoming.
Pena que tá acabando, mas eles colocaram axolote, então podiam fazer um update de axolote apenas. Axolotl update.
We shouldn't forget the goat. I guess it's in between. It is still very cute.
Cabra.
But in between.
Cabra.
No one can be as cute as axolotl.
No, I don't think so. Before we tell everyone the winner of the mob vote, let's
Mob
take a
vote.
look back
Ah,
at some
calma
of
aí,
the
eu podia.
exciting things that we've talked about today.
Deixa eu só fechar o meu Twitter, eu fechei, né? Ok, eu não quero ver spoiler, então eu vou fechar o Twitter. Chegaram uma hora boa vocês, que estão agora aqui. É com uma recapitulação. Ele corre. 13 LC, então, pelo menos? Mas imagino que sejam 4, no mínimo. E não dá pra mexer no geodo. Eu sabia que era ametista. A ametista é muito conhecida por ter geodo. E agora vai ter veia de minério. Antes era só uns grupinhos de minério. Norte. Eles prenderam muito nas coisas dos criadores. Axolote, vamos. Tu não pegou o cave, gostou do cave de date e tudo, mas agora tem axolote.
I think there's one more question people are really gonna want.
Tudo é enorme.
When are we gonna get the caves and the cliffs update?
It's a good question. So we plan to release it summer 2021. And this actually is really good, as I mentioned in the beginning of the show.
Meio do ano de que vem.
To like gather feedback,
Tá.
see all the great ideas.
É meio do ano que vem.
Tá. Really good ideas. So it feels good.
Vai demorar um tempo. Então se inscrevam porque vai demorar, vocês vão esquecer de mim, não se esqueçam de mim.
That will enter the game. So, which one of you gets to do the honors today?
So I think Tiny Agnes has been a bit mean this year, so I think you should open it, Neil. You should announce the winner. Yes.
Can I look first?
You're gonna know before everyone else.
It's the glow squid!
Imaginei, tava ganhando a votação.
I guess everyone was mesmerized by the glow, not just the tiny ones.
No,
I
wow.
was really not expecting that. That is so awesome.
Yes, like
Eu espero que ela também tenha poder me hipnotizar, porque seria muito legal.
glow squids will look so cool in the caves, like the
Exactly. They fit
atmosphere.
this update
Yes.
so well.
Like it will be. Imagine it's just all dark in the caves, and then you see the little squids swimming around.
Will be so
good.
beautiful. Can they be friends with the axolotls?
The axolotls are predators, so I'm not sure.
The axolotls might actually attack them.
Oh no.
We'll see. I'll talk to them.
Eles não sabem se vai ser amigo ou inimigo com o Charlotte
A
ainda.
lot of things. So I think we need to get work on all of the things that we've shown in the show. For all of you watching, Minecraft wouldn't be what it is today without all of you. From all of us at Mojang Studios, thank you so much. Bye.
Acabou? Então, gente, uma coisa pra lembrar vocês é que vocês têm que se inscrever no meu canal pra vocês se inscreverem no meu canal, porque se vocês se inscreverem no meu canal vai ser muito legal. E tem mais. Se vocês se inscreverem no meu canal, eu vou fazer vários tutoriais dessas coisas que vocês viram aqui. E eu também já fiz vários vídeos antigos legais. Então se você não sabe se você acha que não quer se inscrever, volta lá e vê os vídeos bons que eu fiz. Aí você vai mudar de ideia, não vai? E se não mudar de ideia, os vídeos foram bons. Qual o pior que pode acontecer? Assiste os meus vídeos lá, tá? Vai ser legal. Então muito obrigado a todo mundo que tá me assistindo agora, a todo mundo que já me assistiu. Vamos dar um último só pra todo mundo do chat. Sei lá, salve The Nether Princess, salve pra Mabson OFC. Obrigado por todo mundo. Obrigado por todo mundo que veio aqui. Eu tô muito feliz como essa live acabou. Eu não tenho muito mais a falar, mas eu vou dizer mais uma última coisa. Até mais, Scopers!